Group projects are a scam. Like, there's really only two ways every group project goes. You either carry or you get carried. You either do all the work or you do none of the work. There's realistically no in-betweens. So during my junior year of high school, which by the way is easily the hardest part of high school, you damn near have a test or a quiz every single day like you don't have other classes to do. But during this time, it was the end of the semester, and for my communication/speech class, we had to do a group speech project as our final exam. And I'm thinking, thank God the big G up there just answered all my prayers. Like I said before, every group project has the same type of people. Number one is the leader. The leader doesn't even get to decide whether he wants to be the leader or not. He's just picked because he's the smartest and because we all know we're about to finesse this guy to do all the work. The second one is the co-leader. This guy does some of the work in case the leader tries to, but it's just the bare minimum. But like, at least he's doing work, right? Now, number three is the low-key freeloader. This guy will help you get like supplies and snacks and things that don't really matter, but as soon as you ask them to do a little bit of work, they turn to Houdini. Hey, how's the project going? I mean, like, it's good, but like, I'm a little bit stressed from the amount of work I've been doing. Like, do you think you can help me a little bit? Sounds great. By the way, I sharpened a couple pencils to help you work. Let me know if you need something else. Actually, yeah, if you can paraphrase part of this essay for me. Of course. All right. Where's the erasers? Here you go. Oh, thanks. Now that you're back, Loki, can you help me with the rest of the project? Then you have the actual freeloader. This guy does absolutely nothing to help the group pass. And for this speech exam, this is exactly what I needed to be. Let me explain. So I had a 68 in this communication class, and I don't know where y'all are from, but in Texas, you need a 70 to pass. So if I pass the exam, then it could probably boost my grade up to pass. But there is one problem. I can't tell you I learned in that class. I was either asleep or I wasn't there. Like, this was a clutch situation. 5 seconds on the clock, 50 to 52, and I needed 3 to win. But I can't shoot, and I'm not qualified to play basketball. And LeBron James is guarding me. Like, the odds were stacked against me. Wait, can't you technically tie the game up with a layup? Shut the f up. So my teacher starts putting us in groups of 4, and as people are getting picked, I'm starting to realize I'm not seeing any of the smart kids getting added to my group. And when it's all said and done, I realize I am in probably the worst group for the situation that I'm in. Like, this group was destined. No, chosen to fail. Do you remember how I said the type of people in groups? Well, this group had no leader, no co-leader, not even a low-key freeloader. I don't even know if any of the 4 of us were deserving to even be called a freeloader. It was just 4 bums. The first member of the group was Jay, one of my friends and basketball teammate. And Jay is a great guy. Overall great person, a great teammate, just a great guy. You see how I'm not saying smart, but I'm telling you, it gets worse. The second member is a guy who we'll call Hoodie. And I can guarantee you this man has a 0 in the class. I have never seen him hold a pencil and paper in his hand simultaneously at the same time. Actually, I can't remember a time he wasn't asleep and we sat right next to each other. Third member was Trish. She was probably the only person I had faith in this group when she wasn't high. This girl showed up to class baked every single day. You can smell it, you can see it, you can taste it. Then there's me. Me. Mr. 68 in the class. I already knew I was probably going to be doing all the work, so I decided let's all exchange info so we can talk about the project after class and stay organized. So the project was a 20-slide PowerPoint that lasted 2 weeks, and on the final day we presented to the class. So the first week we had to prepare, we did nothing. A full week, and all we did was send a couple hays, send some memes, and we changed the name of the group chat. Destined to fail. The start of the second week, we started trying to set up meetups so we can start working on the project. And you would have thought these people were superheroes the way nobody had time to make it. You also trying to meet up today after school? Busy. Alright, let's just FaceTime. I have an Android. Same. So fast forward, and at this point, it's already Wednesday, and our project is due Friday, so you already know I am stressing my hair away. Like, I can practically taste summer school, and I start getting desperate, so I start calling them. In any other situation, I 100% wouldn't have done this. I would have just took my L and then hopped on the game. But this was my last chance to avoid summer school. Cause you know what's worse than school? More school. So I call Hoodie, no answer. I call Trish, no answer. I call Jay. What's up? What's up, Jay? How's the project going? Hello? Yeah, can you hear me? That's just my voicemail. I was in shambles. I damn near cried myself to sleep that night thinking about summer school. So fast forward and it's presentation day. And at this point, my stress levels are at a 10 because I haven't heard nothing from my partners. So my teacher walks in the front and explains to the class how the project is going to be graded. First was how we dressed. Yes, our teacher made it mandatory that we put that on for a grade. Slacks, collared tees, and business attire. Calm. Second was neatness, which basically means throw some random background on there and throw some random font and make the PowerPoint look cool. 3 was the ability to convey your thoughts. class. Basically, speak fluently, no stutters, and make sure everyone can understand what you're saying. Calm. Fourth was just do the work that's on the rubric. These are the 4 main factors to a good grade. This is all we had to do, right? So now it's our turn to present our project. I'm sweaty, I'm scared, I'm anxious, and Hoodie's not even here yet. So we had to wait another 10 minutes to see if he'd show up. And I'm thinking, surely he wouldn't, skip the final exam, right? Hoodie walks in with a dry fit shirt and basketball shorts on. Yeah, I'm going to summer school. So now that Hoodie's here, our teacher tells us to start our project, and Jay goes first. Would you believe me if I told you that all 5 of Jay's slides were plagiarized? Oh, how do I know? Jay couldn't pronounce half the words on his own project. And when you look at the project, the punctuation is flawless. And I know that Jay doesn't even know what a comma is. Jay can't spell Wednesday, but his project is on the level of a Harvard student. So in today's economy? Yeah, I forgot I wrote that. But kids are purple X. Did this nigga just say purple X? Did you mean perplexed? Yeah, you right. I forgot I put that on there. Maybe summer school's not that bad. Like, I can meet some cool people, maybe, you know? Next was Trish. Visually, her project was borderline perfect, but as soon as she went to start presenting, so my slide is, how do you have stage fright and we're not even on a stage? Half the class isn't even awake, but Trish just takes a step back in the middle of her presentation, hands the remote to Hoodie, and then smiles. She's smiling like we're not going to summer school. Next was Hoodie, and this is how I knew I was desperate, because I actually had faith that this gentleman was going to do his work. Hoodie opens up his project, and it is one slide with a tiny paragraph that is literally ripped off Wikipedia. God, please just let a tornado come and hit the school, or just at least let it take this nigga. The teacher stops us in the middle of our project, doesn't even let me present my part, which is probably just as garbage, and starts going off on us. Do y'all think this is funny? Ain't nothing funny about summer school. Then Hoodie probably says, the dumbest excuse possible. Yeah, I feel like we just didn't have enough time. In my entire life, this is ranked number 5 in the top 10 dumbest shit I've ever heard. And this just makes her teacher start going off again. And while she's going off, I'm just thinking, low-key, what did you expect? You put 4 bums on a team and expected anything less than this? So after she finishes going off on us, she says we either take this 0 or we have to do a makeup essay. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, you should just give me the essay from the jump. During high school, it used to seem like the smallest things mattered the most. Like, everyone was so caught up on trying to be cool and trying their hardest to avoid being lame. But once you get older, you realize none of that matters, because you are officially face to face with what I call real world problems, like bills, unplanned kids, or worst of all, balding. Like, once you start balding, you're at the finish line of life. Like, this is when you know life is really you up. You and minoxidil are looking like Shaq and Kobe. You and that derm roller are looking like a dynamic duo. I wouldn't wish balding on anybody. Besides that Chris Brown, like, I feel like some people just deserve it. But during middle school, the only thing that mattered for me was shoes. Jordans, Hirachis, Roshi runs, foam posits. If you owned one of these shoes, you were automatically deemed like royalty in school. Okay, so I can only give my number to one of y'all. Paradise or this homeless guy with foam posits on? Okay, surely there's no way I don't get picked, right? Man, this is a hard choice. A hard choice? He's literally homeless. I'll go with the homeless guy. He's got swag. Yeah, you go, girl. Good choice. That's exactly who I would have picked too. So as some of y'all already know, in middle school, I was the farthest thing from cool. Like, I was a certified lame. But that didn't stop me from chasing coolness. Like, I actually remember being in church with my mom, praying to God to make me cool. God, please, I'm begging you, just give me a sign that I will be cool. Oh, okay, I don't think that was you. It wasn't you. God, just give me one small sign. That's all I need. Oh, okay, I can't really fully hear you. Like, I think like your mic's lagging, but just give me one more sign. Like, I can almost promise you, if a random higher being alien came from space promising me coolness for all my prized possessions, 9 out of 10 times, I'd probably give it whatever he asked for. Paradise. So you want to be cool, then you must give us. Here you go. What's all this talking for? Am I cool now? How does it a transaction?
We kind of needed your right arm.
Oh.
That is my apologies. If you want to back.
Here you go. Let's get this coolness going, please.
Wow. Okay. Are all humans like this?
pure desperation. So once I realized getting expensive shoes will make me cool, I already knew exactly what I had to do. I had one problem though. I don't know how some of y'all rich people move, but for me, I only get expensive things 2 times during the year, which is my birthday or Christmas. And since none of these 2 holidays were anywhere near, I had to find out how to ask my African dad for $300 for a pair of shoes without sounding like a complete dumb. Because as soon as I slip up, I already know exactly how it'll go. Dad?
What is it?
So, you know how school is starting up?
Yes. As a matter of fact, you should start studying and reading your books.
School hasn't started yet. How am I supposed to, just never mind. Yes, I will, but I was wondering if I can get something for school.
You have already got you a backpack and a book. What else do you need, huh?
Some shoes to fit in better.
What shoes are you talking about? How much do they cost? What's the price?
300.
What?
Like $300.
My friend, if you don't just speak up.
300.
Expensive shoes. I mean, it doesn't make no sense to me. It's just stupid. Huh? It doesn't make sense. If you want to be confident, go and tattoo confidence on your forehead. You will become Captain Confidence. That's who you want to be. Do those shoes make you fly? Huh? Are those shoes making you first in the class?
So to avoid this exact situation, during summer 1 week before school started, I begged my dad to buy me some shoes. And this is how I knew I was just a clout-hungry goblin willing to wear whatever as a kid. Because when my dad asked me what shoe did I want, I didn't even know what to say. So I just kept saying Jordans. When he asked, where do I get the Jordans? I said, I don't know. When he asked, what type of Jordans do you want? I said, I don't know. So I really just sent my dad on a journey to sail the 7 seas and find something he's never seen or heard of before. Because up until this point, he thought Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan were the same person. But look, you can't really blame him. Most Africans have it installed in their program to only watch bad quality Nollywood movies and CNN. So fast forward and school starting. And for the first 2 weeks, everyone's showing off all the new shoes and the new clothes they got. And I had nothing but
confidence on your forehead.
Tatted on my forehead. Like, you really thought my dad was gonna be able to find something he's never seen or heard of before in his life in a couple days while working a job? So fast forward a couple more days after that, and my dad comes home with a box in his hand. And inside the box was a fresh new pair of Jordan 11 Concords. Now, for the people that don't know the history behind this shoe, let me explain. When Jordan first came out with the 11s, the Concords were the very first colorway for the shoe. Lines for the shoe wrapped around the parking lot. And even if you managed to get lucky by the grace of God to get your hands on a pair of these shoes, the chances of you getting back to your car in one piece is a flat out 0. Because for you to get to your car, you have to fight off 4 niggas, avoid 8 robbery attempts, and dodge the bullets of 6 Gen 5s pointed at you. Basically, you have to be John Wick. I say all this to say, how the f did my dad manage to get these shoes with no battle scars on it? Like, there's no way he could have gotten these shoes, right? But there they were, right in front of me. So fast forward to the next morning, and I wake up excited to finally be cool. I get ready, put on my best fit, which was probably, absolutely, definitely, for sure, some bullshit. I head to school. So I get to school, and I walk to the playground where everyone stands before going to class, and I patiently wait to be glazed. Do these weak niggas see what I got on my feet? Like, this costs more than Billy's rent. Like, y'all see what time it is? It's glaze a nigga o'clock. Glaze me. Eventually, people saw the shoes I had on, and for a full 30 seconds, I was the coolest nigga in school. One way to describe it, euphoria. Yo, bro, hold on. I hear a voice coming from this guy who we'll call Arky. He was one of those rich kids who had all the shoes and knew everything about them, aka the shoe police. Yo, Arky. If you wanna glaze me, bro, just get in line. Yeah, those are fake. It felt like my existence was just questioned. Like everything I knew up to this point was a lie. Maybe the sky's not blue. Maybe 2 + 2 isn't 4. Maybe I'm not Chop. Nah, you still are. Oh, okay. It was like all the coolness I just obtained was ripped out of my soul. So all Jordans are branded by the Jumpman logo. Ball in one hand, 4 fingers doing the MJ signature dunk. Simple. I look at my shoe, and on first glance, it looks the same. Jordan logo, ball in one hand, 4 fingers. I look a little harder, and I realize my Jordan has a BBL.
Pause.
Like, this shoe had everything else right, but then gave Jordan a fat ass.
Pause.
And it wasn't subtle, it was hella ass.
Pause.
Like, you really couldn't tell if it was MJ or Ice Spice on that. What the
Pause.
Where did Jordan get all this ass? There's no way my shoes are fake. Maybe this is a BBL edition. Yeah, that would make more sense. And then it happened.
Pause.
Everyone is pointing and laughing at me. Arky's sitting there proud, looking at the final boss. I look at my Jordan logo, his BBL is still looking at me. And in my soul, I knew in that exact moment, I was never gonna be cool. And to make it worse, I had to keep wearing the shoes because I know my dad would have lost his mind if he journeyed across the world to get these BBL 11s and never saw me wear them after the first day. Relationship, a beautiful part of life. But how do you know if you're talking to the right one? What are the signs, the things to look for? How do you know if this is your future wife or the next Ted Bundy? Well, unfortunately, I've been through enough to tell you the things you should look out for to know if your girlfriend boyfriend is crazy. Number one, you can't break up with her. This is literally the most obvious sign and still miss it, like me. So a couple months ago during August, I was talking to this one girl and I was getting ready to cut her off so she can focus on a real relationship with her boyfriend. Wait, hold on, before y'all start trying to get on me. I didn't know she had a boyfriend at first. I watched Suzy, I respect relationship. But yeah, as I'm trying to explain to this girl how relationships work and how cheating works, she just says, no. Hey, yeah, I think we shouldn't talk to each other anymore because like I seen you had a boyfriend and I feel like it's just better off if you just focus on it. No. At this point, I was stunned. Like, nigga, what do you mean no? I didn't even know you can do that. But when I looked up at this girl, I just seen so much crazy in her eye. So I started getting nervous. Like, Jesus, why do I always talk to girls like this? Like, she's finna kidnap me. The police not gonna find me. The police not gonna try to find me. I don't know what to do. And since I was so I just played it off like I was joking. But best believe when I got back home, I smashed that block button and went back to bed. You can call me sassy, I don't care. My life comes first. Now, this girl starts blowing my phone up on this text now number. And this whole time I'm thinking, where's your nigga? Like, how do you have so much time to be doing this? But let me tell y'all, it got worse. So a couple days later after all that happened, I walk into my apartment and there is cupcakes and eggs scattered all over my wall. I walk into my room and there is graffiti on my closet. And the funniest part is this is probably the best scenario I could have gotten because knowing just how crazy that girl was, I know she could have done so much worse. Another thing you have to look out for is if she gets insanely jealous or she jumps to conclusions. Now, this is a double-edged sword because this could either mean she is crazy or she just loves you. So realistically, low-key, you are fucked either way. But all I can tell you is what I've experienced. So this story takes place no later than 2 months ago. So I'm talking to this girl and every single time my phone rang, she 100% believed it was either my side piece or my hidden family in Zimbabwe. And it got to the point where I had to answer calls with my speaker on so this girl doesn't like stab me or something. And this was going on for a minute, but I had to stop it when she asked for my Instagram password. Wait, stop. I know somebody out there just smacked their lips. Let me explain. So there's like 6 to 8 people I know in real life that know I do YouTube. Like, I like to keep my channel private. I don't need everyone that knows me to see this. But it is what it was. But it is what it is. They wanna take everything that I love. Even the way my character is designed is barely based on me, just to throw people off in case they find it. And this girl wanted all my social passwords, meaning she can log into my account, know it's me, and if she gets mad one day, delete my videos. Get serious. Yeah, we stopped talking after that. The third thing you should look out for is if she falls in love fast. Just like the second sign, this is a double-edged sword, but 9 times out of 10, this is not a good sign because just as fast as she started loving you, she can hate you. So those good morning, sleepy, I hope you ate well today texts can turn into, I hope everyone in your family, you never get to experience happiness again, you. These are the type of girls to key your car. Like the phrase, I love hard should be followed by, but I hate even harder. Because having a girl that truly hates you with her all being is probably the scariest thing you can ever experience. Like this one time in middle school, I had a girlfriend. I mean, do we count middle school relationships? I mean, we held hands, so I mean, that means something. But after our heartwarming 5-day relationship ended, she said, I'm gonna get my brother to beat you up. Nigga, when I tell you this had me shook. My first reason was because up until this time, I've only been in one other fight, and that nigga whooped my ass. So I wasn't prepared to go 0-2. The second reason was she said her brothers were in high school, meaning my scrawny ass was gonna go against prime Mike Tyson. So because of this, every time the bus dropped me off at home, I was always on high alert. I'm telling you, I would get off the bus, pull out my heartbeat sensor, make sure there was nobody near me, pull out my nigga radar, make sure the levels were normal. Like I was not playing about my survival. But the thing is, this girl didn't live in my neighborhood. Matter of fact, she didn't even know where I lived. So why was I scared? Because I'm an idiot. The fourth thing you should look out for is if she says her ex is crazy. If anyone says this, guy, girl, whatever, run for your life. Because there's 2 sides to this. Either her ex is really crazy, meaning you officially have a bounty on your head. Because this psycho nigga thinks making you disappear will save his relationship. And we all know he's wrong, but try explaining that to him. It's only gonna make him more mad. Why? Because he's crazy. Or the second side, which is even worse, is you are talking to the crazy person right now. Because most crazy person's favorite excuse for why the relationship ended was because the other person was crazy. Yo, bro, I heard what happened with you and your girl. You okay? Yeah, bro, I'm good. Alright, that's good. But like, what happened? Bro, she was crazy. I just couldn't deal with it. Wait, nigga, didn't you cut off her water supply, stole her dog, slapped her dad, and cheated on her with her mom? Twice? Or I'm tripping. Bro, don't worry about that. All you need to know is that she was crazy. Are you sure? Because that's kind of... You done? Yeah, bro. Yeah, she was crazy for sure. Another thing you have to look out for is if she lives on social media. Nigga, we have to understand what we see on social media is not the standard. If you have enough money to buy your girlfriend a designer bag or buy your boyfriend a PS5, then good for you. But when you tell average-ass Tommy and average-ass Becky who eat free lunch and have a combined network of fucking nothing to buy you a Hellcat or diamond nails and then get mad when they can't afford it, you nigga are officially delusional. So for this story, I was a third party. So in high school, my friend who we'll call Mark was stressing and losing his mind over where he was gonna take his girlfriend on the date. And me being a great friend and quite literally a god at finding cheap but fun dates, I suggest Dave & Buster's. Because you can eat, you can do activities, you can do everything you need to do all in one place and for an affordable price. Hashtag not a sponsor, but my DMs are open. Mark looks up at me and he's like, nah bro, she wants to go to Steak 48. Nigga, no. Nigga, Steak 48 is so expensive, I lost money from Mark just saying the name. And for your average high schooler to be able to afford Steak 48 for himself and his date, he's gonna have to sell the entire left side of his body. So I look up at Mark, I shake his left hand, and I wish that nigga the best. The sixth thing you have to look out for is if she can't control her Capri Suns. Capri Suns are a strong juice, and with too much of it can make everyone around you look like a 10 out of 10. So if you don't have a good grip of control of the effects, it can cause you to cheat, make regretful decisions, and put yourself in embarrassing predicaments. But what Capri Suns can also do is make people aggressive. So if your girlfriend is already crazy, now mix that with Capri Sun. Run for your life. So on this day, I'm chilling in my apartment watching TV, and then I get a call from this girl I was talking to at the time. Now this wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't 4 a.m., so I'm already a little bit scared. But then she's like, hey, what you doing? Nothing, just watching TV. I miss you, can you come over? Now I'm just a mere nigga, so don't judge me for my actions. So I get to her apartment and she's like, oh my God, I'm so happy to see you. This then quickly turned to nigga, I hate you. Like not even 30 seconds passed and she's going off on me. She's slurring her words. And honestly, I'm not even sure if she's talking about me. But then I realize, oh, she's drunk. So I call an Uber and I go home because I'm not finna entertain that. The worst part is I lost $40 that day. The last thing you should look out for is if this girl would rather die than say I'm sorry. Like this is pretty self-explanatory. Even the ancient scripture says, if thou cannot say sorry, thou isn't sorry, nigga. And some girls would rather let everything go to hell before they say I'm sorry. Like, f you, f relationship, this house, these dogs, these kids, this life. I'm not saying sorry. The best way to describe my freshman year of college was stress. And around this time, I also started to take YouTube serious. So with all these new responsibilities and things piled on top of me, what better way to deal with all the stress than drugs, right? We all agree? No, we don't agree. Shut the f up. The thing about me is I didn't like to inhale leafy greens. I don't know why. I just didn't like the way it looked. It wasn't like cool, I guess. So I lived in my apartment / dorm with my close friend who we'll call B, and the two other people named Sam and Ben. Now these two niggas are what you call potheads. Every day without fail, I'll come home from class and then what the fuck? What's good, bro? Oh, the smell? That's that leafy green, bro. It's 7 a.m., bro. Bro, why are you stressing yourself? You're already ugly. Wake and bake, bro. You want a hit? Hey, can someone explain why people that are heavy into the leafy products try to make people that don't use it? Like, everyone has that one friend that always tries to get them to take a hit. So on this day, I was working the Popeyes video, which at this point, the file corrupted 3 times already. And on top of that, I had an essay I had to chat GPT. I mean, write with my bare hands, and then countless other homework on top of that. So my stress levels were already at catastrophic levels of high. And then Ben opens my door and says, yo, Paradise, me and Sam are about to go to the solar system, bro. You trying to join us? Bro, are you already hot? You know what? Never mind. Nah, bro. Smoking's not really my thing. And before I can even finish my excuse, Ben looks at me like I just fell into his trap card on some Yu-Gi-Oh shit. Whatever do you mean? We're not smoking nothing. Matter of fact, these are brownies, bro. And this is where he got me. Reason number 1, I am a broke, very, very broke college student. So just the fact that it was edible food was enough to convince me. It was basically like him buying me free lunch. And reason number 2, I didn't really believe in like edibles. Like, it doesn't make sense. You take brownie batter, mix it with plants, and it makes people go to the solar system. Like, I mean, I'm not Bill Nye the Science Guy, but you're not fooling me, nigga. Sounds pretty fake. Now here's where the problem starts, because I made a promise to myself, written in stone actually, and it says, I, Paradise, will never partake in magical leafy greens, but if I do, I want to get high as humanly possible. End quote. Famous last words. So Sam and Ben bought 4 brownies, 1 for each of us and an extra just on the side. And as a person who doesn't partake in leafy greens, you should eat about half or 1/4 of the brownie. But don't forget my famous quote, right? So I decide to eat my entire brownie and the extra while Sam and Ben weren't looking. Highest in the room or death. That is my motto. When Sam and Ben see what I'm doing, they immediately start getting worried and scared. But then also, they get curious, because they're wondering, I wonder what's gonna happen. Whoa, Ben, should we stop him? Nah, he's already too far gone. And plus, this is a canon event. We gotta see what happens. This history he's making. You're right. Should we record this? I'm already on it. This is revolutionary. So I eat the 2 brownies and then nothing. The brownie was kind of mid too. It was kind of dry. But you know, free lunch is free lunch. 10 minutes passed, still doesn't hit. So I was like, this is obviously fake. Like brownie plus plant doesn't make solar system. I already knew this. So now we're all chilling on the couch watching YouTube. And I'll never forget this part. I go to ask, do you guys think we should order a pizza? Which obviously is kind of already a crazy question because I'm broke. So maybe I was already high at this point. But I go, do you guys think we could order a pizza? And before I can even finish the sentence, bam, it was like I just regained consciousness, bro. I look at my wall and my wall is hitting the dead. I look at Sam and Ben and I'm like, bro, guys, I think I'm high. And they start bursting out laughing. Bro, your eyes are so red. Wait, damn, do you even know where you're at right now? And for the next 10 to 15 minutes, I was just dying, laughing, and just vibing and enjoying the ride. The best way to describe it, bro, I feel like a ceiling fan. Like I was just spinning, and just vibing. Nigga, are you high right now? Bro, shut up and let me finish my video. Now let me teach y'all something about leafy greens. So when you use leafy greens, your high level is supposed to reach a certain level, chill there for 10 to 30 minutes, then come back down. That's what's supposed to happen. That is normal. Well, for me, my high level just kept going and going. Now, I remember I was on the couch thinking to myself like, oh, okay, maybe I'm tripping, but is this ceiling fan getting faster? Bro, what the f are you talking about? Yo, did this nigga just read my mind? Oh, I have to kill him. Oh, okay, I have to kill him. Wait, am I getting higher? Now, this is the part where the high started feeling violent. Like, bro, I was hurting. So I started doing what anyone else would do. Lord, please don't let me go out like this. I promise if you let me make it through this, I'll never do leafy green ever again. And I promise to stop talking crazy to people on 2K. Wait, okay, no, I'm lying. I promise to stop blowing in my mic. Okay, wait, no. I promise to stop talking crazy on 2K on Tuesday during school nights when there's a blue moon. Wait, okay, wait. Can I just take the 2K promise back, Lord? Please. I'm sorry. So I open my eyes and everything starts getting 100 times worse. When I open my eyes, it feels like my eyes were stuck in zoom mode. So I close them again. I start panicking. I'm breathing hard as shit. Like I real life start losing my mind. I open them back up and I can almost swear on my life I see the back of my head. Like I see myself in third person right now. Holy shit, is that my dad? What is going on? Am I alive? Did I turn to a ghost? There's no way this is how I go out of our paradise. This nigga lost to a brownie. So as I'm still losing my mind, it was like the TV was just getting louder and louder, and the headache it was giving me was just unbearable, and it felt like my clothes and the wrinkles of the couches were stabbing me, and it was actually one of the worst pains I have ever felt in my life. Then that's when it happened. An idea. It wasn't my idea, it was a high idea, which you can't even think of. It's just planted in your head. And for a split second, I almost went through with this terrible idea. Man, all this noise and pain, low key, I should get naked, run outside and cool off, right? That makes sense, right? Am I going crazy? This isn't me thinking right now, right? Am I crazy? So after a high idea like that, I realized I need help. So I turned to Sam and I'm like, Sam, I need help. I'm too high. Sam looks at me and he sees my face is all kinds of up right now. So he's like, whoa, okay, bro, relax. We're gonna be good. I'm just drink some water. Yo, bro, I think I need to call 911 or my mom, maybe? At this point, you would think an Ouija board just possessed me because of how bad that idea was. Like, this is how I knew I was gone. If I call my mom, I'm gonna call her panicking, then she's gonna start panicking, which is gonna make me panic. And the next thing you know, I'm running down the highway naked. And now this is when I knew I was really messed up. So when I said 911, I believed that someone just called it after I said the word 911. Because I turned to Sam and I'm like, bro, why'd y'all call the cops? The cops are gonna know I'm high and they're gonna take me to jail for life. Nigga, I'm too cute for jail. Bro, is this guy crazy? Bro, it's all good. The cops aren't coming. So I finally get up and try to get off the couch and walk to the restroom so I can like pep talk myself or something. I don't know. All I knew was I needed to lock back in. I'm like, okay, just splash some water in your face, everything's gonna be good. So I go splash water in my face and it's just not working. And now I start getting mad. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Why can't I splash water in my face? And I realize I never even turned the faucet on. My last brain cell fades away and I start panicking again. So I run to my room. I think I need to figure out what's going on. So I start searching at my symptoms. So I go on Google, type what I'm feeling, and nigga, these results were by far the worst thing that could have happened that night. Because first line from www.totallyrealdoctors.com reads, yeah, bro, I think you should have died like yesterday. Other line read, yeah, bro, I think you have like 5 minutes left. Other line, you have this disease, you have this disease, you have this disease. Uncurable, death, uncurable. You're done for. Say bye to your family now, say bye. Say bye. You can buy a casket right now. Funeral, death. And then somehow I went from looking at symptoms to looking at Reddit stories of people saying they saw Slenderman, they lost their vision, they went mute. And the more I'm reading, the faster and harder my heart just starts beating. So I just spend the next 15 to 20 minutes scaring myself while eating 5 bags of gummy bears and an entire box of rocket popsicles until I eventually pass out of the chair. So I wake up the next morning and I can honestly promise you I thought everything that happened was a dream until Sam opens my door and he's like, bro, are you okay? The wave of embarrassment that hit me was actually unbearable. Like, that was by far some of the lamest shit I have ever done in my life. Not to mention, I have leftover popsicle syrup all across my face and my tongue is blue. Yeah, bro, I'm never doing that shit again. College, the place to go to seek a career, further your education, and become a valued member of society. And if that's what you thought college was, you'd be completely wrong. College is full of parties, freaks, terrible decisions, and whatever jungle juice is. But last but not least, the staple of college. What, a degree? No, sneaky links. A situation where two people romantically pursue each other with zero intention of getting into a relationship, which 10 times out of 10 ends terribly. And you're not safe because these are unavoidable. Nobody really plans a sneaky link, it just happens. And your first one will be special. It's like your first girlfriend, but 100 times better. It's like dating someone minus all the headaches, the drama, and the unnecessary stress. And yeah, it sounds good on paper, but like I said before, terrible idea. So my first sneaky link was with a girl who we'll call T, and we met how everyone meets each other nowadays, the glorious internet. So as some of you already know, I go to a college out of state, and when I first flew into this college, I didn't know anybody besides my roommates who were already my friends from high school. So on this day, I was chilling in the apartment just scrolling on Instagram, and I see this girl's profile picture, and I'm like, damn, this girl looks like Coi Leray and Megan Thee Stallion had a baby. I keep looking at the profile picture, and I'm like, whoa. This girl goes to a school 8 minutes away from me. Okay. So I do my whole Instagram profile scan and I see, no man, perfect. So now it's time to shoot my shot. So now we're in phase 1. We like 2 pictures, follow, and now we wait. I can't tell you the science or chemicals or potions behind this. I've seen one of my friends do it and it is by far the most efficient way to get a follow back. So 30 minutes later pass and then, oh shit, she followed me back. She actually followed me back! Yeah, I really didn't think I was gonna get this far. Now, we move on to phase 2, the DM. I normally text back as soon as I get the follow back, and what's my go-to text, you may be asking yourself? Hey. Now, before you start hating in the comment sections, let me explain first. Hey is such a bland ass message that the only reason somebody would actually reply to this is if they were feeling you. That makes sense, right? Right? Left? Upside down? Cross? And me personally, I'd rather send something dry like hey than some TikTok ass, yo mama, God sent me here. And he just wanted me to let you know that we're meant to be together. Then you get screenshotted, posted on her story, she blocks you for the funsies, and now you're about to feel like the lamest nigga on earth for 7 days. So I DM her saying hey and wait. 10 minutes pass, 15 minutes pass, 30 minutes pass, an hour passes, 2 hours pass, and now I'm just like, damn, maybe I am a lame nigga. So I just take my L and go to sleep, but I wake up the next morning and I see 3 Instagram notifications on my phone. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for everything you've done for me. So I unlock my phone and go on Instagram and I see a reply from T saying, hey, 3 Ys. Okay.
She want me.
So from here on, me and T started texting every day. We were doing the corny good morning and good night text and sleeping on the phone. So we're doing this for 3 weeks, and at this point, I still haven't seen her in person. Mainly because this is where I was just starting my channel, and I was super busy with editing videos. So on this one day, I'm on FaceTime with T just chilling, and my roommate Ryan is getting ready to leave to go see his 3rd girlfriend. And as me and brother talk about what movie him and his girlfriend see, T says, dang, Ryan's just gonna leave you all alone? I mean, yeah, but like not really. He's gonna be back in a couple. You should just come over since you're probably bored. She said something like that. I don't fully remember. This happened last year. But I do remember opening my bank account and seeing my last $10 staring back at me, opening up Uber and seeing the Uber cost $8.67. So as I'm in the Uber $8.67 broker, I start getting paranoid. Wait, what if this is a setup? What if once I get out the car, they rob me? Hello, sir,
What if they
sir,
take my
hello,
shoes and my phone?
sir, huh? Get out. So the Uber driver drops me off in the middle of the campus, and I don't know where I'm at, so I call T.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic...
I have $1.33 in my name, and this girl just wasted all my time. I can't even get back home. What am I gonna do? Whoa, these niggas are about to make fun of me till I cry. What am I gonna? I can't go home. I can't go home.
Paradise.
Hello, Paradise. Hello, can you hear me? I look back and I just see T standing there smiling at me. And when I see her, it's like I just completely forget that I just bought a one-way ticket to this campus. Nothing else seemed to matter. So, what do you want to do? Oh, I can show you around my campus. So now we're walking around campus. She's showing me random parts of the school, and surprisingly, the conversation's going good. I'm saying surprisingly because I suffer from chronic awkward nigga disease. Like, if I meet somebody new, the most I can do is ask you where you're from. After that, you are going to carry this conversation like your life depends on it, or we're just gonna stare at each other until one of us makes an excuse to leave. But we're walking, and the conversation is just conversationing. Conversation. So we're walking, and the conversations are conversating. But a minor little detail I forgot to mention. During this time, it was mid-October in California, and I had a t-shirt and shorts on, and I'm Nigerian, from Texas. So for a regular person, they probably say, you know, it's chilly out there. For me, it was basically a blizzard. And at first, the blizzard wasn't that bad until we kept walking for 3 more hours, because now my sinuses opened up, my hands started hurting, my nose is running, and lotion could only do so much because I started getting ashy. She turns to me and she notices that I'm about to die, so she's like, do you want to sit down somewhere? No, nigga, we need to find shelter, maybe start a fire. Do I have frostbite? Oh yeah, I'm down. So now we're sitting on the bench outside at 2 a.m. and it's dark. And it's still freezing, by the way. Are you cold? Oh my goodness, yes. Can we please just set this bench on fire for some warmth? I mean, yeah, but like, it's not that bad though. Now, for the sake of not getting categorized as a freaky black animator, I'm not gonna tell you exactly what you did, but we were just sharing the same spot on the bench. Figure it out. You feel warmer now? Cold? I was cold, but I'm actually warm. Like, I'm actually warm. Like, I'm hot. I'm hot as f. Actually, do you feel this heat? Wait, am I sweating? Man, you know, like, these are the moments in life where you just gotta thank God for life. And I'm going to jail now. Perfect. What are y'all doing out here this late? Oh, we're just chilling and stuff. My heart is actually beating out of my chest. I feel guilty, and I didn't even do anything wrong. But after the cop talks to us for a little bit, he's like, y'all should start heading back to y'all's dorms. In 1891, the sport known as basketball was created by a man named James Naismith. And over time, the sport evolved, players got better, and things like the three-point line and dunking were introduced. But one thing changed the game forever, known as the alley-oop. When one player throws a pass in the air, anticipating their teammate to catch the ball and dunk it. And what this officer just did was throw an unintentional alley-oop, because T looks at me and goes, do you want to come back to my dorm? Mama, we made it. I did it. I hope it makes you proud, because now they always say congratulations. So hard, forgot how to vacation. Hello, paradise. Hello. Yeah. You still haven't answered my question. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. I would love to go to your dorm. So we walk all the way back to her dorm, and once we get there, she's like, so do you want to put on a movie? She gives me the remote, and I just put They Clone Tyrone because that was the first thing I seen on the screen. So 30 minutes pass, and I look, and she's looking dead at me, and she's like, what's up? And I'm trying to keep my cool, and I'm like, what are you looking at? And for the sake of my bills and being monetized, I'm not gonna keep going more into detail with this story, so I'm gonna just let y'all build y'all's own conspiracy theories on what happened. So at this point, it's like 6 a.m. and the sun is up. The sun's coming up. Do you want me to get you an Uber? So she ends up getting me an Uber, and I go home. Now fast forward through the rest of the semester, and me and her start getting close. Like, it's getting to the point where I'm just like, I may as well make her my girlfriend at this point. And it was like, as soon as I thought that, this girl vanished. No calls, no text. I just didn't hear from her. Realistically, 2 things could have happened. Either this girl got a boyfriend, or she died, or she got abducted by aliens. These are the only 3 things that actually make sense right now. But 3 weeks later, I get a call from her, and she's like, hey, I know I haven't said anything in a while, but I'm gonna be moving closer to home. For context, she's moving back to LA, and the distance from where I'm at is like 4 hours, and I don't have a car, and for damn sure, I cannot pay for a plane ticket. And that was the last time I ever heard from T. The school science fair. Probably the most memorable time during school, on the same level as getting caught cheating and failing a test, because this is the first time as a kid where you get to experience the crushing weight of stress. So for the people that don't know, a science fair is a school event where students come up with scientific ideas and theories to show off to other kids. But what I left off was the amount of work you have to do. So first, you have to write a hypothesis. So first, you have to write this, which by definition is an educated guess or prediction about the relationship between 2 variables that can be tested to see if it's true. But the real definition may as well be, you are about to make a guess, and if you guess wrong, nigga, you are about to look so f***ing dumb, because you can't just write down, I feel like this is gonna happen, or I think this is gonna happen. You write it down like you know what's gonna happen. On my mother's life, my dog's kids, and my best friend's soul, my statement that I did no research on and it's just an educated guess is right. And then you write out your conclusion. Now this is the part where you end up doing the project, and this is where the stress hits you, because for some reason, you lose points for guessing guessing wrong. And to add more stress, they made it a competition. Meaning if you get first, second, or third, your middle school social status cool points went up. So every kid was super competitive and try-harding. And how it worked was you have to score the top 3 highest in your classroom, then you advance to the cafeteria where everyone in the grade competes for first place with a grand prize of free Domino cinnamon sticks. And to a kid, that is basically $1 million. And as y'all could probably guess, my salty ass never got top 3 nothing ever. I don't even think I got a grade above a 75 on any of my science projects. And honestly, it's not my fault. The competition is too high. For starters, there's that one guy that just always makes a solar system. Every year, there is always one guy that makes a solar system. Then there's that one guy that just makes something super cool, like a snow cone machine or a robot. And then there's no science paperwork, no thesis, no hypothesis, no conclusion, just a nigga and a robot. Yo, bro, you made this? Yeah. Is it cool? Yeah, bro, it's crazy. What was your experiment? Pardon? Experiment? Yeah, like your thesis, your hypothesis, your conclusion, your science stuff. I just made a robot, bro. Wait, but you won first place. I know, right? I didn't even have to try, bro. If I'm being honest, I didn't even know this was science class. I didn't bring a thesis. Nah, bro, I just built a robot. This was so easy. I didn't even try, bro. Keep it a secret. I bought this from Walmart last night. But guess what? I'm be eating that Domino's. I know that's right. Then there's that one kid who obviously didn't even make their project. Like, they'll have freshly chopped wood from a woodcutter as their poster board. They'll have freshly hammered in nails to keep their project together, which, by the way, is a mini carnival for pets. You really think I'm gonna believe little Tommy, who can barely stay seated in his chair and eats gum off the floor, built this? You have to be a complete dumbass to— oh my goodness, Tommy, this is wonderful. Here's a first place ribbon. Are you dead ass? It says made by your loving parents, mom and dad, on the wood. Then there's the rest of us, the normal kids, which basically means you procrastinate the ever-living life out of your project until maybe 2 to 3 days before the due date. Like, bro, kids aren't creative when it comes to things they don't like. But slap that kid in front of Minecraft, 3 hours later, he's gonna have your dream house built. But since it was science, most kids had some I learned my ABCs yesterday ass project ideas. For example, we had little Billy, how much sugar is too sweet for me? Or little Ken, do Pop-Tart flavors affect sweetness or something? I don't know, I just want to eat Pop-Tarts. And to make everything 10 billion times worse, our science fair projects were for a grade. And not just any grade, a major. If you fail this, your mama's gonna beat your and you'll probably fail the class, which will make your mom beat your again grade. So this meant me and all the normal kids were stressed out because I don't know anything about science except for Bill Nye, the Magic School Bus, Mythbusters, and Wildcrats, if that's even science. So because of this, teachers let you work in groups, which is that really gonna change anything? Because if you're working with another normal kid, nothing's gonna change. That's why when it came time to pick partners, I partnered with my boy Mike. Why Michael? Because he's Asian. I'm just kidding. It was because he was smart, like super smart. So I knew he'd carry my stupid ass to one free Domino cinnamon stick. But yeah, that didn't happen. But the reason for that was because I was so pressed to do my idea over Michael's that I can't even tell you what Michael's idea was now. But I can 100% remember what mine was, because that might have been one of my top 3 worst ideas as a project. Our project was, does oil make plants grow faster than water?
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
And since Michael was such a shy kid, he didn't even say anything, but I know he thought I was crazy. This might be the dumbest person I have ever met in my life. His mother held him for 9 months for there to be nothing but wind in that fat ass cranium he has. How did I get finessed to working with this guy? So some days pass and me and Michael are working on the project. And by working on the project, I mean we were playing Naruto on the Wii. Michael really fought and tried his hardest, but he was no match for my bad influence. Like, if there was a competition to see who can be the most unreliable teammate, I probably would have forgot to show up. Like, pure talent. Like, on the first day, Michael was locked in, but I already knew no nigga is a match for the Wii. Are you ready to start the project? We have time right now. We can chill. No, we should finish it early so we don't have to worry about it later. Maybe you're right. Have you played Wii Sports before though? No, but that game looks boring. Come on, bro. My parents will pick me up in 2 hours. Fine, okay. Last question. Do you like anime? Yeah, I love Naruto. No way. You want to play? So our teacher gave us 2 weeks to do the science project, and me and Michael spent the entire 2 weeks playing Naruto on the Wii. The game was just too fun. But literally a day before the project is due, Michael calls me and says, bro, the project is due tomorrow. What are we gonna do? And to this day, I don't know why I said this. Bro, it's good. I already have it finished. Really? Yeah. Okay, bet. Shit, I am fucked. I'm so fucked. Why did I say that? I've been playing too much Naruto. Think I'm making shit. I'm not saving nothing. So this started the finish all my work in one night so I don't let Michael down and get whooped mission. So I opened up the rubric the teacher gave us so I knew what I was doing, and this is the moment I realized exactly why she gave us 2 weeks to do this project. This rubric looked like an NFL playbook. I was fucked, but I was still gonna try. So the first thing I needed was a poster board, and mind you, at this time it was 11 p.m., meaning I have to go wake up my African dad to take me to Walmart. I should have just took the 0. Dad, psst. I need a poster board for a school project. We'll get it tomorrow. The project is due tomorrow. So I get to the Walmart while my dad is in the car regretting his life choices. I go in the Walmart, I get all my supplies, and I go to the store clerk. The store clerk looks at my cart, looks at me, looks back at my cart, back at me, and goes, "Late night science project? Yeah. What's your project gonna be about? Does oil cause plants to grow faster than water?" So I spend all night going to absolute work on this science project, tunnel vision, like I am so locked in on this one free Domino cinnamon stick coupon. So the next day comes, and this is probably the most stressful part of the whole science fair, because this is where you have to present your experiment to the class. Now, after all this late night grind, let me tell you how this poster turned out. So I bought a white poster board. Okay, off to a good start, clap that up, but since I had no scratch paper, I had to write on the board with a permanent black Sharpie. And guess what? It gets worse. Since I'm illiterate, I had to scratch out all the misspelled parts while I was writing. Because, you know, I didn't want my poster to look stupid, right? And since I don't even know what the excuse is for this part, every single word I wrote was slanted. Not one word was on a straight line. And since my printer did not work, I had to draw the plants, draw the soil, and the results with the same black Sharpie. But hold on, wait. Did I tell you it gets worse? Since I woke up late, my dad couldn't take me to school, so I had to make that 15-minute walk from my house to school. And you can bet your ass I dropped that board on the floor at least 5 times. So this board looked like it just came back from World War IX. Wait, time out, it gets worse. So after me and Michael attempt to present this circus act to the class, our teacher looks at us and asks the classroom, "Does anyone have any questions?" The next 10 minutes that I had to sit through was borderline a humiliation. This ritual. Not one question was asked about our experiment. So after all this happens, this is the part where our teacher is supposed to give her thoughts on our project. And honestly, I couldn't even remember what she told us, but if I had to guess, it was probably something like, "This project is complete bullshit. Paradise, you might be the dumbest nigga on earth. And Michael, choose your friends more wisely, okay, honey?" It had to be something like that, because at the end of everything, I look at Michael and he is bawling his eyes out. And me, I was just thinking about that ass whooping waiting for me at home. And once the science fair became optional, I never did that again. School locker rooms were basically prisons for kids. Like, who thought putting a bunch of hormone-raged, musty 14 and 18-year-olds in a gigantic box and expected nothing but pure chaos? Like, when you walk into your average locker room, the first thing you do is get hit with a thick layer of Axe body spray. Like, can barely breathe in my locker room. And the worst part about Axe body spray is that doesn't even work. Like, you're gonna go from smelling like ass to smelling like ass, but better-ish? I mean, I guess not really, not at all. And even though there's an unhealthy amount of Axe body spray floating through the air, some of these kids somehow have the audacity to bring food into the locker room. Like, they'll be in the corner throwing down an Axe body spray sandwich. Like, what are you doing? Instead of choosing to eat in the cafeteria, you choose to eat in an Axe-infested locker room surrounded by half-naked teenagers. Why? The locker room at my school really used to always be an all-out party. Like, honestly, some of the funniest shit I've ever seen happen in there, but also the scariest, like towel whipping. At first it was fun, you know, we're all running around whipping each other with towels, just having a good laugh. But that was until Dre, the same Dre from my high school phone thief story, decided to take his towel and dip it in water. And if you didn't know, dipping your towel in water can turn a regular towel to a US certified deadly weapon. So now Dre is running around the locker room slapping the soul out of every nigga in a 5-foot radius. And right before Dre would slap the soul out of somebody, he would always say, "Can I get a hell yeah?" So Dre is running around practically knocking niggas out with his towel right now. So I decide to sprint to the other side of the locker room to get away, because I didn't feel like losing my soul that day. And before I can even look back to see where Dre was, all I hear is, "Can I get a hell yeah?" So this is how it ends. This is where my story ends right here, huh? To this day, I'll never forget the sting from that towel. So every Monday, our coach would make us get on the track to run a mile, and that wouldn't be a problem if my gym class wasn't during third period, because now I'm forced to sit through 4 other classes drenched in sweat, trying not to make eye contact because I know without a fact, I smell like bounce that ass with raging Axe body spray. And I thought I had it bad, but some of these other students would still be sweating while they're in the other classes. Like, they'll be in math class in a puddle of their own sweat. Then they'll just start getting Axe body spray and spraying it in class like that's gonna dry them off. Like, no, No, nigga, go home. Another struggle you have to go through in high school locker rooms were the high rate of stealing going on. Like 95% of things stolen in school was stolen in a locker room. And 9 times out of 10, the case goes unsolved. Like it's just a cold case. And I can guarantee you that your coach does not care. Like you can lose the most valuable thing in your life and all they're gonna tell you is go check the lost and found. Coach, somebody took my phone, my car keys, my wallet, my social security number, my bank account, my shoes, my shirt, my pants. What do I do? Go check the lost and found. And can we talk about how stupid a lost and found is? Like it literally serves no purpose. Or at least at my school, because in my school, our lost and found was basically a loot box, a thrift shop. Like I would hear people say, hey, did they add any new stuff in the lost and found? Like I need me a new jacket. Like if someone was brave enough to turn something into the lost and found, I give it 15 minutes before someone else comes and takes it. And the amount of stealing that led to fights were literally countless. But there will always be one fight in my brain that I will never forget because it was literally just that crazy. So let me introduce you to Tom. Tom was a fucking lunatic. When everyone was getting dressed, Tom was getting fully naked and chasing kids around the locker room for fun. And if he managed to catch up to you, he was going to tackle you with no clothes on. So off this, you should understand that Tom is capable of quite literally anything. So on this day, Tom is going crazy in the locker room. He is slamming lockers and yelling, "Who has it? Stop playing with me. Who stole it? I know someone took it. I left it right here." So apparently somebody stole Tom's basketball shoes out of his backpack. And these shoes weren't cheap. So I completely understand why he was spazzing out. So Tom is still going crazy and then he suspects this guy who we'll call Darius because Darius was known for stealing stuff. "Hey Darius, open your backpack. I know you took my shoes. I'm not finna do nothing. And if you got a problem with it, you can suck my." Tom punches Darius right in his nose, no question, no warning at all. Darius starts stumbling back and then he's like, "Did you just, all right, bet." Darius balls up his fist and starts running straight at Tom. Now when I tell you nobody was ready for the high tier caliber of ass whooping Thomas did on Darius, like I watched Tom put this nigga in Brawlhalla, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter level combos, and this guy couldn't do nothing. So after Tom finishes whooping Darius, he takes his backpack and lo and behold, his shoes were in there. So he takes his shoes, throws the backpack on the floor, and Tom proceeds to pee on Darius's backpack. Now I'm just sitting there like, what is going on? Like is this real life? I'm telling you, I wouldn't even believe this story either if I didn't see it happen with my own 2 eyes. And the worst part about it is none of the coaches saw this happen. And the thing is, who's gonna snitch? Like who's gonna walk right into that ass whooping? Because it's not gonna be me. Now the worst type of locker rooms are 100% without a doubt sports locker rooms. So for the people that play sports, you probably get it. But if you don't, let me explain. So in normal gym class, you mainly get people around your age or grade in your locker room. But for sports, they'll take a scrawny freshman and put them with a buff senior. So take that towel whipping and amplify it by 100, and maybe you'll understand just how bad it got in that locker room. So apart from terrorizing the freshmen, seniors also had one rule that every freshman had to follow, and it was, if you are not on varsity, do not step into the varsity locker room. It seemed like a pretty easy rule to follow until the seniors started getting bored because no one was stepping in the locker room, so they started trying to trick the freshmen into stepping into the locker room. And unfortunately, they got me. So on this day, I was in the basketball team locker room changing into my practice gear so I can get ready for practice. And then one of the varsity players who we're gonna call Lucas walks up to me and he's like, hey, what's up, Paradise? What's up? Yo, bro, you want some free shoes? Free shoes? Yeah, we have some in the locker room. We just wanted to give them away. You want them? Yeah, of course. Bro, I wasn't finna pass up on free shoes. Are you dumb? Like, I wasn't finna miss this opportunity. And honestly, out of all the varsity players on that team, Lucas was probably the chillest, so I felt like I can trust him. Boy, was I wrong. Because when I stepped foot in that locker room, I immediately realized, oh, I fucked up. Yo, Lucas, where's the shoes? What shoes? I look up at Lucas and I see the evilest grin on his face. No, Lucas, I thought we were friends. This is how you finna do me? So they turn off the lights and I proceed to get jumped. And when it was all said and done, they put me in the laundry bin and rolled me out of the varsity locker room. And now everyone is looking at me, either in fear, they're scared, in pity, or they're trying not to laugh. The worst part about this is there is video footage of this floating somewhere on Instagram. Maybe one day I'll show y'all when I'm streaming, but for now, I'm not ready for that embarrassment. But after that became a tradition. Like when I moved up to varsity, I had my fair share of jumping people. So I don't know if it's just my high school and my middle school, but we always had one guy that would always cut hair in the locker room. And honestly, that was super convenient. Like shit, you walk in PE a bum and you leave still a bum, but at least you got a haircut. But the last thing that made the locker room what it was the vape fiends. Like these guys used to rip pens in the restrooms and hotbox the stalls, just adding to the nasty smell of the locker room. And of course, our coach did nothing. Honestly, he was probably in there doing it with him, but nothing beats the moment when I get to see a fiend lose their vape. Like Like, you get to watch them lose their mind in stages. Like, at first they try to laugh it off, act like it's not bothering them. All right, guys, I'm not joking. Where's my stuff at? The joke's up. Then when nobody responds, they immediately turn into the tweaking phase. Not even 5 minutes will pass and they'll start being like, all right, I'm not playing. Which one of you niggas took my stuff? Worst part is, this is probably the one thing that didn't get stolen. Like, I can almost guarantee you it's either in their back pocket, in their backpack, or they just left it in their locker. Working a 9 to 5 is modern day slavery. And yes, I'm saying this on Black History Month because these managers will literally work you to the brink of death for 25 cents an hour. And as a broke 19-year-old who has worked a lot of 9 to 5s and got fired from them, I feel like I'm experienced enough to tell you the 7 stages that every 9 to 5 worker goes through. So the first stage is brokenness. This is literally the most depressing and lowest point of your life. Like, nigga, your card is getting declined left and right. Then your friends start calling you like, hey bro, come on, let's all go out and hang. You look at your bank account and you start saying shit like, nah man, I'm looking on a diet right now. Nigga, we all know you're lying. Then you go back to your old reliable meals like noodles, ice and water. And then if you're really down bad, rice and ketchup. Don't say nothing to me, college is a struggle. We know this. Don't say nothing to me. I will delete your comment. Do you want to know when I knew I was reaching new levels of brokenness? So my apartment is like 19 minutes from my college. And since I'm 19 with no license, yes, I know that's L, I have to ride the bus. Nigga, I was so broke I couldn't afford to get on the bus. And would you even believe me if I told you it cost $1.12? And now you're probably wondering, so how'd you get to school? Well, you see, I didn't. Like, bro, get serious. I would rather fail every single college class I have than walk to school and 100% guaranteed get robbed on the way there. And at this point, this is where you start thinking, maybe a job's not that bad. So now you pull out your handy dandy phone, you go on Indeed, and you start looking for local jobs in your area. And this then leads us to stage 2, naiveness. This is where you end up getting the job. And guess what? Now you can ride the bus again. You're probably ordering off DoorDash, you know, the luxuries in life, and all the stress is relieved. You be at work with a smile on your face. You probably even still wearing your name tag. Nigga, you're probably even interacting with the customers, even maybe made a couple of friends. Like, this is the point where you start thinking stuff like, whoa, this job is easy. All I have to do is stock the shelves? Like, that's when you know you're at stage 2. You're saying the typical stage 2 formula line. This job is easy. All I have to do is blank. Like, nigga, you really think you're finessing the job? Normally, on average, this stage lasts about 1 to 2 weeks. But if you're insane, crazy, a lunatic, it'll last a month. Not for me though, it lasts about a day. This is how the managers get you. They make you think the job is gonna be easy. Wait, like, you think they would show you their true intentions off the rip? No, that wouldn't be smart. They wanna get you when you least expect it. And this is when you get introduced to stage 3, suspicion. This stage can honestly happen while you're in stage 2, but this is where you start noticing and seeing things that make you think, maybe this job isn't the place for me. Like, maybe getting robbed on the way to school isn't a bad thing. Like, you start noticing managers disrespecting people out of nowhere. Your workload seems to get a little bit more bigger. You start coming home feeling more sore. Nigga, you probably even start building muscle from the amount of manual labor you're doing. Like, in this stage, there's always that one moment that makes you think for a split second, I might quit. Like, last year, I worked at this place that we're just gonna call Factory. And when I tell you this job would just fire niggas without hesitation, like, no joke, everyone had a 30-minute break at the same time. And that was the only time you can use the restroom or you'll get fired. You use your phone, you'll get fired. You do anything besides work, you are 100% going to get fired. So on this day, everything is going normal. The bell rings for us to start our 30-minute break, and I start walking to the restroom so I can use it. Then this guy just runs full speed in my back, damn near knocking me over. And before I can even get mad, I looked up at bro, and he is straight losing it.
I had to pee. They wouldn't let me pee. I'm just so tired. I've been standing here all day. I can't breathe.
Bro, this guy was at least 35 years old, and the look of panic and desperation on his face actually scarred me. I quit that day. Stage 4, realization. This is where you realize, yeah, I fucked up. Like, hey, you're getting money, but is it really worth it? Like, your body has been pushed to your limits. Like, you don't even know why you still go to work. But when that alarm goes off, you spring up, you put that name tag on, and you crack that fake smile, and you're on your way to work. Like, this is when the 9 to 5 has truly become part of your daily routine. So now you're used to having money. You're used to not getting your car declined, and you're used to riding the bus. You're not sure if you can go back to your old ways. Until you hit stage 5, the rebellious stage. This is where you feel like the job is finessing you, and the only way to get back is you finesse the job. You stop wearing your name tag, you stop smiling, customers try to talk to you and you just stare at them. Nice weather we're having, huh? What do you have planned for the weekend? Any discounts today? Like, this job is getting nothing but the bare minimum out of me, and I will quit if anyone has anything to say about it. Like, I'll quit right now. But you're still in stage 5, so everyone knows you're really lying to yourself. Like, we all know you're not actually gonna quit just yet. But what you will do is you will probably take 10 minutes extra on your break. Hey, you might even wear some AirPods while you work. Things to ease the pain while you work. Like, this is probably what you saw the coworkers doing while you were still in stage 2. Now, you can only be in stage 5 for so long because whether you know it or not, you are about to explode. Your energy is just building and building and charging until you reach stage 6 rage. You, sir, you officially hate your job and everything about it. Like, every day you wake up and you're mad. You put on your uniform, you get on the bus, you walk into work mad. Like, you literally forgot what happiness was. And the funniest thing about stage 6 is that you will take your anger out on these customers. Like, a defenseless old man can walk up to you and you're gonna be like, hello, sir, do you have any... Nigga, leave me alone. Does it look like I work here? Bro, you'll be going off and you still have your name tag on and the company brand shirt. Like, you'll just be so mad you don't even know what you're saying. Someone could walk up to you and be like, sir, do you know where the restroom is? I don't know. Where is it? While you still have your company brand shirt on, the walkie-talkie on your hip, and your freshly crisp name tag. Like, the job is making you go delusional. But you can only rage for so long before the final stage hits you. Stage 7, acceptance. But there's 2 sides to this stage. One side is where you realize, I can't take this anymore, and you quit. But you think to yourself, there's other ways to make money, and you decide to be a male stripper. Or you can choose an even scarier route and try to become a YouTuber. Or side 2, you realize you're not gonna beat the 9 to 5 by raging or being rebellious, so you just go back to working like normal. Cause you know you need to pay for your necessities for you or even your family. Being chopped, unattractive, punched, ugly. What are the benefits? Absolutely nothing. The other day I was scrolling through the YouTube homepage and I seen a video trying to explain why being ugly was a superpower. A superpower? A superpower? Superman has superpowers. Spider-Man has superpowers. There's nothing super or powerful about being an ugly. How do I know this? Because I played these games before. But before I get into my experiences, I have a hot take. Everyone is ugly. Wait, I take that back. What I mean is everyone has UNE, an ugly experience. A moment or experience that makes you think, damn, maybe I am ugly. And I don't care how good you look. Fine, gorgeous, extraterrestrial. You can't be everyone's type. And because of that, at some point in life, you'll end up having a UNE. Like me personally, I'm no Vogue model, but you know, I've won a couple championships, you know, I've broken a couple records, I've sniped a few ops. But even with all that, I've had my fair share of UNEs. My first UNE was in 7th grade. This is back when Instagram rates and To Be Honest were in their prime. And for the handful of people that don't know what this is, back then, people would post on their IG burner accounts rate/To Be Honest. Then random people that see this post can slide up and say me, and the person that posted would send you a DM rating you 1 through 10 and giving you a To Be Honest, like To Be Honest blank. In 2016, this was like GTA 6 and Fortnite in its prime. So back in 7th grade, I had a crush on this girl we'll call Hazel. And since it was 7th grade, obviously I was too scared to even look her direction. Like, I'm 13 with raging hormones and I don't even know how my body works. So I knew my only chance was to wait for her to post IG rates as To Be Honest on her Instagram. Again, during this time, everybody was doing this. So it was only a matter of time. So a couple weeks passed and I'm scrolling through IG on my buy one get 3 free plus a family plan Android, and I see Hazel post IG rates/To Be Honest. Ooh, this is my chance. So I slide up in full confidence and say me, full caps, and hit send. A couple hours pass and I see a DM from Hazel. I'll never forget, I had the biggest smile on my face unlocking my buy one get 3 free plus family plan Android. I open IG and open Hazel's message and it reads, "To be honest, you're in my home ec class and you seem funny. 3 out of 10. A3, and uno, dos, tres, a tres. Before I explain why this is insane, let me tell you how I view the 1 through 10 scale. 10 is perfection. No one's a 10 besides Jesus Christ. And 8 and 9, these are like the model, the type of people you see on TikTok go viral for lip syncing some out-of-date R&B song. 6, 7, the above average people. The people you normally see and go, hey, that person looks good. 5s are the average person. There's nothing too crazy, there's nothing bad about them. I don't care what you say. In my eyes, I don't believe any human being is below a 5 out of 10. Once you start saying a number below 5, you're comparing me to inanimate objects like a doorknob. A doorknob is a 4 out of 10. You're gonna tell me a doorknob is better than me? Then a 3. A 3's gotta be like gum, but it's already out the wrapper and it's chewed up a little bit. You're gonna tell me a half-chewed piece of gum is on the same level of attractiveness as me in 7th grade. Are you ridiculous? Now that was my first UNE and it took me a while to recover from it. But let me tell y'all one of my worst and most recent UNEs. I'm talking a couple months to a year ago during summertime. So during summer, I like to fly back home to Texas to neglect my YouTube channel, go to parties, meet people, get in trouble, you know, the typical young, dumb, and in college lifestyle. Don't be like me. Now let me tell y'all this. Parties are the #1 place for UNEs. Cause like I said before, you are not everyone's type, but you won't know until you shoot your shot. So now you're in a 50-50 situation. You're either gonna make the shot or you're gonna have an ugly experience. So on this day, I'm at a party with my brother and 2 of my friends, Huion and Trees. And normally when I'm at parties, I like to wait for a girl to come to me first so I can get a little more confident boost, be a little bit more comfortable shooting my own shot. But on this day, we showed up late. So we didn't have time to waste. So I'm scoping around the party and I see this one girl and I'm like, okay, she looks good. All right, Paradise, game time. So I walk up to her and I use the do you have a boyfriend method. All right, Odyssey, let me put y'all on. So when you're at a party and you want to shoot your shot, you have to move efficiently. A, the music is too loud to have an actual conversation. And B, no one's trying to have a long conversation when they're in the middle of a party to have fun. So here's what you want to do. Hey, what's your name? KK, how about you? Paradise. Okay, Paradise, what you want? None really, I just had seen you over there and thought you looked good. Yeah, so you got a boyfriend? Now let me explain why this method is perfect. 1, it's quick and to the point. 2, it gives her an option out. Because if you didn't know, some girls give their number out for the sake of their own safety. Like, imagine you're a 5'1", 100-pound girl, and some 6'9", swole, no neck, foaming from the mouth, unstable nigga asks you for your phone number. For the sake of your life, you better give that monster your phone number, because you don't know what he would do if he gets rejected. Remember, not everyone can handle a UNE. And because of this, girls give out what I like to call the pity phone number. Like, yeah, you got her phone number, but I promise you she's not gonna text you. So to avoid this, you ask, do you have a boyfriend? So now she has the ability to comfortably reject you. You get to avoid a pity phone number and protect your ego. So I feel like in the end, everybody wins. No, I don't have a boyfriend. Green, the boyfriend method never fails. All right, I'm not trying to keep bothering you, so can I just get your number real quick before I leave? No. This was my first party life point gone. The more L's you take, the harder it gets to even enjoy yourself at a party. 3 L's in a row, just go home. You've lost enough. So a couple minutes passed and I'm still trying to shake back from that L I just took. So I'm chilling with my brother on the wall, 2 hearts left, and my brother goes, yo, Paradise, I know you see them 2 girls over there. Yeah, so? What do you mean so? That's a 2-man, right? Bro, I'm fresh off a L. Just let me take some time to heal. Bro, come on. The worst she can say is no. Pause right there. Let me be the nigga to burst y'all's bubbles. The worst she can say is not no. It can 100% get worse, I promise you. So we walk up to the girls and my brother starts a convo with them. They're laughing at his jokes, they're adding to his conversation, and I'm like, dang, my big brother's really in his bag. It was like watching Gordon Ramsay cook, because no matter how difficult the dish, no matter how hot the kitchen got, he was confident and comfortable. And as I'm watching this masterclass art, he starts focusing the combo on the girl that he's interested in. So that's my cue to talk to the friend, which is the one I wanted. Bro, before I can even open my mouth to ask, what is your name? She starts swinging her head side to side, nodding no. The worst she can say. To this day, that was the worst rejection of my life. I was so chopped, I wasn't even worthy of words. That was my second party life gone. Now, I'm walking around this party on 1 HP. So fast forward and the party starts dying down, so everyone's starting to leave, and I have the urge to save this L night. So I walk up to this one girl, I start talking to her, and the combo's going good. But randomly she goes, oh, by the way, I'm sorry to tell you, but I like girls. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine, that's fair, I get it. See, at first, this didn't count as an L. At first, until I see her walk up to my brother. They talk, they laugh for a couple seconds, she gives him her phone, he types in his number, she hugs him and walks away. I like girls, 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 I like girls. And please, not a soul in the comments should have the audacity to say, maybe you didn't apply enough pressure, because do you know what you look like applying pressure to a girl who has 0 interest in you? Hey, what's your name? Gigi. Where you from? Atlanta. Why are you here then? School. You like Texas? Yeah. What you like about it? And that's all, folks. We're here with Gigi from ATL, here for school and loves Texas. Why? She doesn't know why. Back to you, Melissa. There is not a nigga on this earth prepared for the idiocy, the dumbassery, and the unpredictableness that is college roommate. So I just finished my first year of college, and one word I used to describe my college experience was okay, I guess. So I flew from Texas to California for college. Main reason being so I could experience college in a whole new environment, see new scenery, see new people, and see a whole bunch of new things. Like some bad you feel what I'm saying? All my hopes, my dreams, and my expectations were set on fire, thrown off a cliff, and then crushed in the process as soon as I opened the door to my apartment. Nigga, this apartment was atrocious. Like, our living room looked like a Call of Duty map and a trap house just mixed up in one. Everything in the fridge had something growing on it, towers of plates and trash bags all in the kitchen, and a good amount of bags filled up with magic on the couch. In that moment, all I could think was, wow, I'm about to be living here for 8 whole months. But the funniest thing is, the condition of my apartment was the least of my problems. Cause what actually made my college experience so hateable were my roommates. And our apartment wasn't that big, cause 2 people had to share 1 room, meaning I really couldn't avoid them. Also meaning privacy, non-existent. So the first roommate I'll talk about is Treese. Honestly, I don't really have any problems with him, except for one. You know, one little small smudgy issue. This nigga likes to steal and wear my clothes. He steals my jackets, my shorts, my sweatpants, and what makes it worse is the doesn't even fit this nigga. He's like 6'9", I'm like 6'4", so it's all squeezed up on his body and it looked like a crop top. And when I get the clothes back, it doesn't even smell like me. And nothing is worse than having clothes that doesn't even smell like you. He also takes up all the space in the fridge with these random black boxes filled with vegetables that he never eats because they always end up going bad before he makes time to eat it. Bullshit. We both know he's not eating those random vegetables. So when I ask if we can throw it away to make some more space in the fridge, he says no, he's gonna eat it. Then when it finally expires, because he's a liar, he throws it away. And then he buys more. And then the vicious cycle just keeps on continuing. Okay, so my second roommate's name was Mal. He was the first person to move into the apartments, meaning he was the one that left the living room looking like the Call of Duty map. But unlike Treese, Mal didn't take up space in the fridge. He emptied it because this nigga used to just eat up everyone's food with no remorse. Like, I had to get used to drinking warm Arizonas, warm water, warm soda, because I knew if I put it in the fridge, he was gonna take it. And what made it worse was this nigga had no honor. You can have hard, solid, stone cold evidence that he took your food, and he'll just say, nah, you tripping. I didn't eat it. Nigga, what? I have your thumbprint, your shoe print, DNA that you left at the crime scene, HD video quality of you stealing my juice. What do you have to say? That's not me. In all my years of living, I never would have thought I could get that mad over juice. Oh yeah, he also walked around the house naked. Like, there is no transition that is well enough to switch from that topic to this topic, so we're just gonna get right into it. No towel, no underwear, just bare booty, butt naked. And his reason was always, bro, we're family. The f does that mean? But eventually he stopped, probably because he realized no one else is walking around the house naked like he was. So my third roommate's name was David, and he was the one that I shared my room with, and honestly, he was actually pretty cool, like probably my favorite roommate. His only one problem was his girlfriend. Holy fuck, he used to argue with this girl from sundown to sun up. It got to a point where I felt like I was part of the relationship. Like, I was feeling the relationship stress. And when I tell you, the arguments would come out of nowhere, like literally just thin air. Like, one moment they're on FaceTime watching movies together, and then boom, next moment they're arguing with each other, threatening to break up and then burn each other's house down. And like, do you understand how awkward that is? Like, most of the time I just try to sit there and act like I can't hear what they're talking about, or I just put my headphones in. Like, there was this one time, it was 5 a.m. I was asleep, and then Dave was asleep on the phone with his girl, because you know, that's what couples do, duh. And then almost out of nowhere, she just starts yelling his name and making an absurd amount of noise. Like, I am not a light sleeper. Like, I can sleep through damn near anything. So the fact that this woke me up means she was trying to make noise. So David wakes up and asks her what's going on. This girl has the audacity to ask, did I wake you up? Nigga, obviously. And no, you didn't wake him up. You woke us up. So what's the problem? Then she asks, do you love me? Now I'm irritated. Because why did you pick out of all time 5 a.m. to ask that question? You could ask that question throughout any time of the day, but you chose 5 a.m. But I'm like, it's whatever. I don't care. I'm just gonna go back to sleep. Then the conversation goes from, do you love me? To, well, if you love me, then why don't you? Full-blown argument just out of nowhere. Again, it is 5 a.m. Niggas are trying to sleep. And I ended up getting no sleep because this argument lasted 3 hours, bro. I'm not even joking. Alright, so this next roommate, who we'll call Ty, is 100% the weirdest nigga I have ever met. He is in love with the rapper Sofego, but that's not really a problem if he didn't blast the same Sofego song every day, the exact same song for the past 8 months. It got to the point where everyone in the apartment knew the lyrics. It didn't matter what time it was. That Sofego, The World Is Yours song played constantly. 8 a.m. I don't think go ahead, cause they don't wanna come to my place. 7 p.m. So the world is yours, cause I wanna play every day. 5 a.m. We just play the game. We just play the same game all day. But it is what it was. but it is what it is. They wanna take everything that I love. The Sofago addiction isn't even the worst part. This nigga also refuses to pay rent. Literally the bare minimum of living with roommate. And every time we get on him about rent, he just grabs an excuse from La La Land. Yo, Ty, what's up? We're off to go down and pay rent if you're trying to come with us. What's up, man? What's up, man? Rent? Don't worry about me, man. I got my own little sister, man. You feel me, man? Bro, I got it, man. I got it. I'm not even joking for the YouTube video. That is literally word for word what he would say to me. Oh yeah, he also peed in water bottles and left them by the window. High school is a war zone. Like, take a soft, warm, caring, loving daycare, then take prison, sprinkle some World War II on that bitch, and bam, you have my high school experience. Like, during high school, it seemed like no matter what you did, it was lame as f. Like, unless you were rich, D1, or everyone in the school found you insanely attractive, everything you did was deemed lame, unattractive, and weird. Huh? What's that? You're telling me you found the cure to every disease known to mankind? Okay, nigga, whatever. You're still ugly and you can't hoop. F out of here. And since during my freshman year, I wasn't any of those things, I had a huge target on my back. Except for basketball. I could hoop. That was the one thing I could do. But it didn't matter because these niggas grilled me for everything else I did. Niggas grilled me for the way I talked, the way I walked, what I ate at lunch, my handwriting. Niggas even grilled me for being black. And the worst part is, it was black people grilling me for being black. And these niggas were creative, and nothing is worse than a creative nigga grilling you. These niggas will call me Mr. Popo from DBZ, Midnight, The Darkest Night, and whoever this nigga is. It took me a while to find the picture, but this nigga sums up what my definition of getting roasted in high school was. Like, for some people, it's their broken glasses, or their beat up shoes, or their bad clothes, but this nigga haunts me to this day for the amount of times niggas got on my for looking like him. And what made it even worse was that I couldn't dress. Like, my fashion choices during my freshman year is honestly concerning. But the reason for that was because during middle school, it didn't matter how busted up your fit was, because if you had on good shoes, no one said anything. Like, you can wear a full clown costume from the head to your toes. But if you had some Jordans on, nigga, no one's gonna tell you nothing. But that was not the case at all in high school, because when I showed up with my no brand ass collared church shirt, my faded blue jean shorts, my long black elite socks, and my hyper green KD6 Easters, niggas grilled the ever living life out of my ass. So bad to the point where I went home and I swore to God I will never put that fit on ever again. Like, I probably would have gotten roasted less if I showed up to school naked, because at least there's less material for these niggas to work with. The last thing that I'll never forget about high school was pantsing. Niggas would actually go behind random people, pull their pants down, and reveal their underwear to the world. And I would know, because I was niggas, bro. That shit was too funny, bro. But I was only doing it to my friends. I wasn't doing it to random people. Like, I wasn't trying to get my ass beat in the middle of the school. And honestly, it was a good time. Like, everyone was involved. We were all running around pantsing each other. It sounds crazy, but honestly, this was a very fun part of high school. But you know the saying, all good things must come to an end. And it ended because of a lame ass nigga named Alex. So on this day, our school was having a pep rally. Basically, it's where they gather all the kids, put them in the gym to introduce the football players or the soccer players, or a special guest comes and sings, dances, or whatever. All you need to know is a lot of people in one area. So honestly, you know, just like the perfect place to get your life ruined, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, the pep rally's going on and everyone's having a good time. Me and my friends were all chilling, we're laughing, right? And I don't remember what happened. I think a cheerleader did a backflip or something, but all I remember was everyone stood up and we all got super hyped. That's when this bum ass nigga Alex decided to take it upon himself to run up behind me and yank my shorts down. And I've been pants before, so I knew how it felt, but this time it felt different. The cold air hit my salted nuts. Now, I don't know if this nigga Alex had like gorilla grip hands or something.
Pause.
But this nigga grabbed my shorts and my underwear all in one go. I was exposed to everyone. My Jimmy was out at a pep rally in the gym. I'm not gonna gas it and say everyone saw it, but enough people saw it for niggas to be on my ass for the rest of the school year. High school, man. So this story takes place during 5th grade, and during this time, my parents loved telling me no. Like, nigga, if I didn't need it or it wasn't my birthday or Christmas, the answer was 100% gonna be no. And as a 10-year-old, that used to piss me off. Like, I used to pack my bags every day because I was always plotting to run away. But as I grew older, my parents told me that they only did it because they didn't want me to turn out spoiled. Yeah, sure. So this one day, as I was walking to school, I saw it. I saw a piece of heaven. The school store. And not gonna lie, this store was pretty ass. Like, nigga, they had shit like pens, protractors, and rulers, and they were trying to hand it out like it was some toys. Like, as a hyperactive, sugar addict child, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? Like, nigga, you can't play games on a ruler. But the school store had one item that sold out every day. food erasers. Like, kids used to fight each other in line just to get a food eraser. And at first, I didn't really understand the hype until I saw it for myself. And when I saw that food eraser for the first time, I fell in love. Like, I honestly can't tell you what drew me to it, but all I knew is that I had to have it. But there was one problem. I'm broke as meaning I had to ask my mom for money, and you can already guess how that went. Hey, mom, you look great today, but I was wondering if I can. No, bro, does this woman hate me? I'm running away. I swear to God, I'm running away. This. So I go to school and I explain my frustrations to my homie who we'll call Ray. And some backstory on Ray. This nigga is by far the most evil nigga I have ever met in my life. He fought kids for no reason. He talked crazy to teachers. He stole. So when I tell Ray about my mom, he comes up with a genius idea and says, bro, just steal it. Nigga, are you dumb? My mom is gonna notice me. Bro, are you dumb? Just steal it at night when she's asleep, idiot. Now I'm just looking at this nigga like, bro, you're a genius. Like, what? How come I didn't think of this? Like, what could go wrong? So fast forward to late at night and it's time for me to execute my plan. So I tiptoed down the stairs trying to make the least amount of noise as possible. I am trying to avoid every ass whooping. So I creep up to my mom's purse and I knew where my mom put her money. It was in a white envelope. So I put my hand into her purse, I pick up the white envelope, I sneak back out, put it into my backpack, and boom, nigga, mission accomplished. So the next day, I walk into school feeling like that nigga, man. Like, I walked in there like I was Elon that nigga Musk, cause money was up. So I make my way to the school store and I open up my envelope. And nigga, there was at least $1,000 in there. And I gave that nigga everything. Bro, and he was looking at me like, nigga, are you dumb? And after 30 seconds of us just staring at each other, he gives me the entire jar of food erasers. And no change. Like, this nigga was low-key trying to scam me. But I had no knowledge of what a lot of money was. I was 10 and stupid. So fast forward again, and now I'm just in class with the most cocky, stupid grin on my face. Like, I really felt like I did some Mission Impossible shit. Like, I even put the food erasers on my desk just to show everyone else that I was better than them. So class continues going on as usual, and then the school intercom turns on.
Can Paradise please come to the front office? I repeat, can Paradise please come to the front office? His mom is here to his mom is here to pick him up early.
Immediately I start panicking because nigga, my mom has work and everyone knows no Nigerian mom is leaving their job to come pick their kid up early. Like, that doesn't exist in our culture. So now I'm starting to sweat. Like, I can already feel the ass whooping. I look at my teacher and I'm like, Miss, please don't let me go out there. And before this lady can even understand what's going on, boom, 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 there's a loud banging on the door. Yup, this is it. My mom is about to burst through the door and beat my ass for everyone in my classroom to see. So I look up at the window and I see my mom's face staring right at me. And her face is all red. Her eyes are going crazy. Like, this lady legit looks like a lunatic. The ass beating was inevitable. And as soon as I stepped outside, she slapped the shit out of me. And then she starts going in. What is wrong with you? You know how much money you took from me? Yeah, on mom. Please do not let me kill my baby today. Oh. Kill me? I was so scared because I knew my mom was 10 seconds away from beating my ass and buying me a one-way ticket to Nigeria so my cousins can fix me. And I would rather die than go through that. So my mom drags me to the car, beats my ass again, and tells me the next time I steal, she's sending me to Nigeria. So we can all agree that nothing's better than getting your first phone. Like, that is a big deal. As soon as you get it off the bat, you start downloading games. Clash of Clans, Fruit Ninja, Temple Run. Nostalgic. But if your childhood was anything like mine, having a phone was just a dream until your freshman year of high school. And obviously, that was a hand-me-down. And my God, this phone was like literally just a phone. Like, this battery would go from 1% to 100%, back to 1%, and it just die at the worst times. So because of this, I was always hogging the charging outlet. But if I couldn't do that, I would go in the back and steal people's portable chargers just so I can charge my phone enough to get back on Clash of Clans. Like, no joke, I was really dedicated to this broken phone lifestyle. And honestly, if I was ever in any real danger, that phone wouldn't do shit for me because it would probably die before I could even type in 911. Even though this phone had a wide variety of problems, I was still optimistic when I first got it because, again, it was my first phone. Like, when I first got it, I downloaded every single app in the App Store. I flicked up, took a couple pictures, and then I got me a nice little SpongeBob wallpaper. Remember that because it's very important to the story. So fast forward, and I'm walking around school feeling like King Henry III, top of the food chain. No one is touching me. Like, I was getting everyone's numbers, even the bad bitches. I'm lying, I don't get girls. So fast forward some more, and I'm going to my 5th class of the day, which is PE. So I get to PE, change into my PE clothes, and then I put my phone under my backpack. Let me explain. So my high school used to have a big issue of people's stuff getting stolen out their bags during classes. So I thought instead of putting my phone in my bag, I would put it under, so the chances of my phone getting stolen should be low. F***ing genius. So fast forward some more and PE class comes to an end. So I walk back to the locker room to change, and immediately when I open the door, I see my backpack is on the floor 3 feet from where I even left it. It was like this nigga knew where I put the phone. I run to my backpack and look all around the area, but I couldn't find it. In that moment, I realized that someone took my phone. I don't think you'll understand how I was. This was literally the first day of me getting this new phone. The first day, and I lost it. The chances of my parents getting me a new phone is damn near 0%. Meaning I was probably gonna be phoneless until I saved up enough money to buy it myself, which meant never, nigga. I didn't have a job. But even though my phone was stolen without a trace, there was still someone I was very suspicious of, Jamal. This nigga was a 10 out of 10 menace, but also a well-known phone thief. So in my desperation, I had to ask if he knew where it was. Instant regret. Because as soon as Jamal starts feeling like I'm accusing him of being a phone thief, he starts tweaking. Hey Jamal, so my phone went missing and nigga what? You think I took it? Nigga shut the f up and get up out my face, nigga. Ain't no one want your busted ass phone, boy. Just for visuals, let me paint you a picture of what Jamal looks like. Jamal was a 6'5", dark-skinned, built football player. Nigga was built like a tank, meaning I wasn't gonna tell that nigga what's the point of me letting this nigga steal my phone and whoop my ass on the same day? So that was it. I was gonna go my whole life with just no phone, I guess. And to top it all off, I still have to explain to my dad how I lost my phone when I just got it. And that conversation went terribly. Hey dad, like you know how you just got me a new phone, right? So I brought it to school and you wouldn't believe it, a guy stole it. Isn't that like funny? Oh, is that right? So after my dad confirms that I'm not getting a phone until I'm married, I decide that I'm gonna find my phone by any means necessary. So the next day I go to school and honestly, I don't even remember if I went to any of my classes. I had bigger shit to deal with. So I searched and looked everywhere, but my phone just wasn't coming up. So eventually I gave up and I was gonna have to accept the fact that I was gonna be labeled a lame ass nigga for the rest of my high school life. So I go to lunch sad, depressed, defeated, and hungry. But then I see this kid who we'll call Carter holding a phone that looks almost identical to the one that I just lost. So I put down my chicken sandwich, I walk up to Carter, and I proceed to interrogate this nigga. Yo, Carter, where'd you get that phone from? It looks nice. Oh, thanks. Well, actually, I bought it. This nigga must think I'm stupid. Oh, for real? Well, where'd you get it from? Well, Jamal actually sold it to me for $50. As soon as those words left Carter's mouth, everything started making sense. That dusty ass nigga Jamal stole my phone. And to make it worse, he sold it for $50. The disrespect. But what solidified my theory was when Carter turned on the phone and my SpongeBob wallpaper was still on there. This nigga Jamal didn't even reset the phone. So unprofessional. If you're gonna finesse a nigga, at least do it right. I don't know about y'all geniuses, but in middle school, I can guarantee you I had the worst grades in the solar system. Like no matter how hard I studied or cheated, I could not pass the test to save my life. Like after every test, I would get on my hands and knees and pray to God I get a C. Cause I knew damn well asking for a B was way too much, especially for my struggling. And an A? Nigga, get serious. So after failing countless tests, my parents started noticing. And if you know anything about foreign parents, it's that they don't play that CCC minus C plus bullshit. You're either valedictorian or you're homeless. Doctors, lawyers, and the president are your only career path. So what do you think my parents did when they saw my atrocious grades? They beat my ass. And like, what's the point in that? Whooping my ass isn't gonna make me Albert Einstein, nigga. But I figured the best way to revive my grades would be to get some help from my friends. Terrible decision. Cause my friends are either as dumb or astronomically dumber than me. So I was really left with one final option, which was go to after school tutorials. And if you don't know what that is, it's when 8 hours of school isn't enough for my incompetent ass to soak up the knowledge required for me to pass, so I stay after school to learn some more, hoping it does something for my atrocious grades, which it probably won't, because any nigga with a 13 in history class deserves to be in prison. No parole, no bond, no sunlight. Damn. So when I walk into the class, almost instantly I think, okay, wait, maybe jail's not that bad, because the teacher that was in charge of this tutorials class was a psychotic history teacher that goes by the name Mrs. Apples. And I personally never had a bad experience with her, but I heard she'd make fun of kids for failing, yell for no reason, and oh yeah, she would hit kids. Not play fighting, not light taps, she was full blown hitting niggas. Meaning I was DONE done for, because I am by far the easiest target in this classroom. Nigga, I had a 13 in history class, a 13. Multiply my grade by 5, and I am still failing. So I go through 3 days of just constant verbal abuse from this woman. It didn't matter what I did, good or bad, she was on my ass. I remember walking into classes one time and she saw me and she went, "Hey, I didn't see you come in. Go ahead and have a seat in the front, James Harden." The audacity of this woman. She is so lucky she's a teacher, or I would pick up this pencil sharpener and just throw it at her head. For the people that don't know, this is James Harden. And do you see anything that resembles the video at all, or just catches your eye? Are you talking about the I'm talking about the 13. This grown woman was making jokes about my grade. Like, what kind of teacher does that? But
Nothing that I've said right now even compares to what she did on the 4th day. So the 4th day I go to tutorials, and at this point I've lost every ounce of hope in trying to revive my poor grades. Like my 13 maybe leveled up to a 16, so I was really just going to tutorials just to hang out. Cause at this point I made a bunch of friends during my time there. The main friend I'm talking about, who's also very important to the story, goes by the name Jake. Miss Apples hated this nigga just as much as she hated me. And since me and Jake both had unsavable grades, we spent the whole entire tutorials just laughing and talking. And once Miss Apples realizes we're having fun, she starts losing it. Can you shut up? Why are you talking? Maybe if you two spent more time doing your work, you wouldn't be older than y'all's grades. She says that and then sits right back down like nothing even happened. Me and Jake look at each other and we both agree that we're not finna sit here and just take that. So we go right back to laughing and right back to talking, but this time way more obnoxious just so we can get her attention. And it works because Miss Apples explodes. What is wrong with you kids this day and age? All y'all do is laugh like everything is funny. Like life is all just shit and giggles. Miss Apples is going off on us, but me and Jake are too busy fighting for our lives to hold in this laugh. Then she goes, "Oh, something's funny? Okay." On God, Miss Apple looks at us menacingly, looks at her chair, picks it up, and just leans back and throws it at us. This chair is coming at us full speed. Instantly, me and Jake stop laughing and start panicking. The chair collides with our desk and makes a loud boom sound. Now Miss Apple's just sitting there looking at us with the crazy in her eye, and she sits down and just says, "Leave my classroom." Me and Jake look at each other and get the fuck out of there because we knew we were 3 chuckles away from Miss Apple's pulling out an AK-47 and lighting our asses up. So one summer, my basketball coach wanted me and the rest of the team to go hiking for some team bonding so we can improve our chemistry, thus improving our basketball skills on the court as a team, which didn't work. Like we got obliterated every single game. Like my parents stopped bothering even coming to the games. Like all they would do is call me and be like, "Hey babe, how much did you lose by?" Because it was just that bad. So fast forward and we get to the trail / mountain that we're gonna be hiking on. And when I tell you we were in the middle of nowhere, it was like Courage the Cowardly Dog style nowhere. It was just one big mountain, a trail you walk on, and then a bunch of dust, those little tumbleweeds, and just a bunch of trees that we didn't know what was hiding behind them. But I guarantee you there was some type of monster in that mountain. Everyone was just sitting there terrified, like no one wanted to go up this mountain except for our coach. And one thing I'll say about my coach is that this man was a fucking lunatic. He was either 35 or 48, no kids, no wife. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just his reason. His reason was, "I don't need no kids because I'm married and dedicated to y'all. Y'all are my wives. I love y'all boys." That is pretty fucking sad. But hey, do you, bro. Like, do you. So we all gather up confused and scared because we didn't know if this was the last time we were gonna see each other. And then our coach finally starts talking, and the first thing that this nigga says is, "Alright fellas, welcome to the trail. We're in a very dangerous trail, but don't worry because I'm a very dangerous man. So if you see any coyotes or any other wildlife, stand still and call for me and I'll handle it." What the fuck is this nigga talking about? Stand still and call for him. He asked us to stand still and call. That coyote is going to kill us before he even gets there. And what is a 45-year-old man gonna do to a coyote? Nothing. So it makes no sense. And just as I thought, things couldn't get any worse. He says, "Alright fellas, I know I said this was a team bonding trip, but it's a workout. Life isn't fair sometimes. You gotta understand, in life you gotta go with the flow. So you have 15 minutes to complete the full mountain trail." Oh yeah, this nigga is crazy. I'm not doing this. And if you think I'm joking and you wanna just BS the workout, you're gonna do it again tomorrow if you don't make the time. No ifs, ands, or buts. At this moment, I debated quitting basketball, a sport I played my whole life and enjoyed. I was ready to just take off my jersey, just straight rip it off my body, put it on the floor, and say, "Nigga, I'm going home. See you later." But I lock it and tell myself, I'm gonna finish this mountain workout. I'm not gonna let this nigga break me because I would rather swallow a fucking Lego than run this mountain twice. I'd rather eat ass than run this mountain twice. So our coach blows the whistle and we're off. So we're running up this mountain, and the more we're running up this mountain, the harder it gets to breathe because when you run up a mountain, the altitude it's some shit, and then it gets hard to breathe. So we're running up and I can barely breathe, and I knew if I did not take a break, I was going to pass out on this concrete trail gravel floor and be dinner for the nearest coyote. Then I look and see one of my teammates who we'll call Dave, looking like he's about to die. So he stops. So when he stops, I stop, and our coach looks back and sees us and immediately loses his mind. "What the fuck are you doing? Get your ass up and finish the goddamn run. Do you want to be a prey or do you want to be a predator?" Bro, what? Do I want to be a prey or a predator? Nigga, I want to go home. So I finally forced myself back up and I started trying to run, and instantly I started getting tired again. Like I was not making it up this mountain. This mountain was tall and steep. My chances of making up this mountain were not that high. So at this point I started accepting my fate. Like maybe this is just how I die. Like me being eaten by a coyote is just God's plan. And who am I to defy God's plans? Like I expected a team bonding trip, but this nigga got us out here doing the maze run. Like this is Maze Runner. So I finally catch my breath and I look up, and the whole team is gone. We're going to die. Now I'm getting paranoid because like I said before, there's a lot of trees, meaning there's a bunch of hiding spots for something to just come out the trees and just eat me. Like I was visibly fighting back tears because I really thought I was gonna die on this mountain. And then Dave says, oh, I see them. They're all the way up there. I look up and I can barely see my teammate. Like they really ran this mountain on some like world record time. And the fact that they didn't even realize we were gone kind of hurt my feelings. So me and Dave start walking to the checkpoint, which is where the rest of the team was. We're both already mad because we already know our coach is gonna go Super Saiyan 15 yelling at us about how we're not real men because we couldn't get up the mountain in under 15 minutes. And as we're just walking and talking, we start hearing it. We start hearing some bushes rustling, some sticks start breaking, and the sound starts getting more and more aggressive. And then we look at each other. We didn't see it, but we both knew there was some creature in that bush. A wolf, a coyote, nigga, Bigfoot, nigga. We're not Coyote Peterson. We're not gonna sit there and try and figure it out. I look at Dave and we both take off. So we're running this trail, Need for Speed, Sonic Frontier style. And as we're running the trail, it starts getting more thin, like to the point where we're running on a tight rope. One side is just straight dirt wall, and the other side is a 3-foot drop into a bush of spikes. Like all it took was one gust of wind to hit Dave, for him to lose his balance, fall into that bush, and nigga, I was not gonna save him. Like there's no point in both of us dying. Like someone's gotta tell the tale. But if I'm being honest, I have no problem falling off this cliff into the bush of death than getting eaten by whatever was chasing us. Because the percent of survival is, you know, it's a little different. Like you'd rather like fall into a death bush or have to fight Bigfoot. So me and Dave are still pushing it and running this trail, and then we see a sharp turn, like a Victoria's Secret high-class model jawline sharp turn. Instantly, I start crying. Like I'm so scared at this point, but there's no time for tears. So I start running and I try to smoothly hit the turn, but then getting tripped, bro. Like I tripped, like I couldn't handle the pressure that was put onto me. So now I'm just tumbling down the trail, like I am legit picking up speed, and then boom, I go back first into a death bush. You remember that one Chucky movie where like Chucky had that guy tackle him to the ground and he was just stabbing him repeatedly in the back while the whole party was dancing? He was getting stabbed upstairs. That was how that bush was doing me, nigga. Like it hurt so bad, like I couldn't even move. I was just in the bush trying to breathe and make sure I was gonna be able to stay alive. I look at Dave for help and he's looking at me like, bro, that's a 3 feet drop with death bushes. And I'm looking at him like, nigga, help me. Stop being a pussy. He finally pulls me up and we get the fuck out of there. We finally get back to the checkpoint and everyone is passed out on the floor, drinking water or asleep or just all three. But me, I was traumatized. I wasn't gonna eat, sleep, nigga, I wasn't even gonna jerk off anytime soon, ever. Trauma 1, me 0. You know you'll have to run the trail again tomorrow, right? I was not running that trail, nigga.
Breaking news, recent zombie outbreak all across the country, and just to let y'all know, these are real. They're running, jumping, attacking, dancing, they're doing it all. As of now, there is no known cure, and the chances of survival based on our scientists is a 0.1. All we can say is good luck, America. Oh my god, Paradise, there's zombies outside. What are we gonna do? You know what, I'm gonna...
Is this serious?
What would you do if there was a zombie apocalypse? Well, if you don't know, you came to the right place, because as a certified zombie apocalypse expert, I'm here to tell you everything you need to know to survive a zombie apocalypse. So first, we have to figure out the level of zombies we're dealing with. Level 1, okay, maybe we can survive this, aka Walking Dead zombies. Level 2, okay, we're probably losing like 70% of the world, aka World War Z zombies. And level 3, I don't think anybody is making it out of this apocalypse alive, aka The Last of Us zombies. Like, bro, have you seen The Last of Us? These zombies are on a completely different level. They don't make mindless decisions like these other zombies. They make calculated assaults. Like these zombies are playing chess. And you think I'm joking, but look at this. Like, what did he gain from hitting him? He didn't eat him, he didn't bite him, he just hit him on the head. That is a calculated assault right there. And people always say, man, if there was a zombie apocalypse, I'd be hyped. And to that I say, go to the hospital, because there's obviously something wrong with your brain. There is nothing fun about constantly running for your life and watching people get ate. Like, I would be terrible in a zombie apocalypse because I'm the type of person to get bit and hide my bite mark. Like, Nick, we're all going down as a team. I'm not finna get put down like some side character. All right, we're safe. Is everyone good? Paradise, you all right? Yeah, I'm good. You're sweating a lot. Are you sure? Yeah, forgot to stretch this morning, and the shoes are like a size too big, so it's hard to run. And the way the sun is pointing, it's kind of... You got bit, didn't you? Yeah. I think the infection already spread. Paradise, I think it's too late for you. We're gonna have to... Oh my god, what happened? He got bit. Like, if a zombie apocalypse happens, I'm not the guy who won your team, but I can tell you what you'll need. For example, weapons. Depending on the zombies, you should use certain weapons. For the Walking Dead type of zombies, the best recommended weapon would be a sword, because the zombie's already slow and you can move faster with a sword, and without a gun, you can cause less noise, which would attract less zombies. Now, if you're dealing with World War Z zombies, you need every type of machine gun you can get your hand on, a bag full of grenades, and a car, because these zombies move in packs and they move very fast. Without a car, you're dead, guaranteed. guaranteed no chance. And for the Last of Us zombies, just get a Bible because it's never too late to turn to Jesus. There's nothing on earth that's gonna stop you from dying to those zombies. And honestly, trying to be one of the survivors is honestly the stupidest thing you can do. Because I need you to remember, nigga, you're not the main character. And now that you got your weapon settled, it's time for you to build a team, an elite force of people to help you take out zombies and chase your freedom. So number one, you're gonna need an assassin. This guy is good with every weapon, every sword, every gun, every knife, every bow, and just super efficient at taking out zombies. This is the person that you want to stick with to increase your chances of survival. Number two, you're gonna need the mechanic slash builder guy. This is the guy that fixes the cars or the motorcycles when they break down and builds the houses for y'all. Because without shelter or without the car, you're already starting off at a low survival rate. Number three, you're gonna need the medic. This is the guy that keeps everyone healthy and in tip-top shape to run and fight zombies. Number four, you're gonna need the crash out. This is the guy that throws his life on the line just to kill some zombies. He's gonna be a great distraction for when things get bad. So even though he might cause a little bit problems here and there, just know he's a great investment. Number five, the useless nigga. We just keep this guy around for comedic purposes. And also he boosts the team morale. Because if this useless nigga is still alive, then the entire team knows that we should be fine. Now, once he builds his team, be ready to go through trials and tribulations with him. Y'all even might have fun moments. But don't be fooled. Always remember, you are not the main character. You'll be lucky, honestly, to make it through 12 hours of the apocalypse. And in case you have to do anyone on your team dirty, you wouldn't feel bad. Are we all okay? I think a zombie might have for the greater good. Or in case you have to do your team dirty for the greater good of yourself. Are we all good? Did you get bit? Huh? Nah. Nigga, I can see the bite marks. Nah, bro, you're just seeing things. Nigga, I see it spreading throughout your body. I'm finna tell the others. Got for the greater good of myself. So now your team is ready to travel across the isolated, abandoned cities in search of food, water, and shelter. But what you should always keep an eye out for is armor, or anything you can use to make armor. Because nothing is worse than fighting a zombie and then it gets a bite on your arm. And now you gotta cut that arm off. And you really like that arm. You probably pointed that shit with it, read with it, wrote with it. You probably spanked your Jimmy with it. And now it's gone because you didn't want to wear armor. Next, you're gonna need a radio in case someone tries to contact you. But let's be realistic, that's probably never gonna happen. And if it does, it's probably gonna be a trap. Realistically, you're just gonna be standing next to the radio and listening to this. Next, you're gonna need some Timberland boots. Why Timberland boots? Because they're the hardest shoes on earth. Have you ever been kicked in the face by a Timberland? I mean, probably not, but it's basically rocks on your feet. Next, you're gonna need food and water, which is probably the hardest to get because this is the job of a store runner, which have possibly the lowest survival rate in every zombie movie I've ever seen. And this is where the useless nigga on your team shines. You think I was gonna send the assassin or my crash out? Get serious. Here's a walkie-talkie that doesn't work and a pistol with no ammo. Be safe. Besides store runs, you should always move in a group. Not because strengthen numbers of that BS, because if you ever get ambushed by a group of zombies, you'll have enough bait for you to escape. If you want an even better chance, you can always push useless nigga 2.0 and get away. Another thing that used to get me mad in zombie shows where people were out there trying to get in relationships. Like, nigga, you can barely keep a relationship together in the real world. And now you're out here getting people on our team pregnant? And then these mothers have the audacity to cry. Like, what? You're telling me your pregnant wife that you proposed to 5 days after meeting her with triplets couldn't outrun the zombies and got bit? Are you serious? I totally didn't see that coming. However, we overcome this tragedy. Now, the real question that we haven't asked yet is, are you fit to be the team leader? That position isn't just given to anyone. It's supposed to be given to the most capable person on the team. So I have a few questions to ask to know if you're really fit to be the team leader. Are you addicted to TikTok? As a leader, you'll need your attention span to make quick decisions. And if you can barely last 2 minutes before you open up TikTok, you should not be a leader. Sir, there's zombies all around the area. What are we gonna do? Glizzy to your face. Sir, this is a serious situation. We need help. Grimace to your shake. Please. That's the Aki way. Help me! Did you just get eaten, dude? Like, minus 1,000 aura. Are you athletic? This is a trick question because if you're too athletic, you'll be a store runner. You have to be athletic enough to the point where you can only save yourself. Can you swim? Imagine your group is running from a pack of zombies and you have to jump in a big body of water and you can't swim. Alright guys, they're coming. We're gonna have to jump. Did this nigga say jump into the water? Oh my god, I don't know how to swim. Paradise, you have to jump. I don't know how to swim, you know what I'm saying? What? I don't know how to swim, you know what I'm saying? What? I can't swim. What? What are you saying? Useless nigga? Are you a germaphobe? Well, I advise you to get over that because the chances of you taking a shower in a zombie apocalypse are almost unheard of. So be ready to walk around smelling like bounced that. Are you a picky eater? Well, too bad, because if the store runner comes back with nothing, you're gonna have to resort to eating whatever y'all can. Dirt, grass, tree bark. So don't look at me, I'm just stating the facts here. Can you argue, as you build your team up, you're gonna have more people, and with more people come dumbass ideas. So it's your job to figure out how to handle these dumb ideas. Hey Paradise, I have an idea. Oh, okay, let's hear it. Okay, so what if we trained the zombies to fight for us? And how would you do that? Okay, so first we'd gather a group of them and every day teach them tricks and moves and make them more and more difficult over time. Then they'll start to understand us, and that's when we start teaching them to fight. We'll give them special moves like Pokemon. We can rank them from S to F tier depending on how hard they are to control. Then we can distribute them around the team. We can all have a good unit and we'll come together and be able to fight off the other zombies. This nigga is not serious. Did he just say tricks and moves? Wait, is he still going? Like, what is going on right now? Nah, I gotta do something before this gets out of hand. Fuck that. Now, the most important part of being a leader. Are you ugly? Once you have a team, you're gonna spend a lot of time together, and no one wants to follow a leader for years with an ugly face. Like when times get rough, they're gonna need a face to uplift them. But when you turn around with that goblin face, they're just gonna lose it. All right, team, I know we're at a scarcity for food, but have no fear, your leader is here. Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ, what is that? Kill it. Honestly, as the world is going right now, we're probably gonna end up in a zombie apocalypse. So I feel like it was only right to make this video to prepare y'all for when the time comes. So be ready and be safe.
You made me feel special, riding in a